Welcome to the One Shot Wonderarium. I am your host, as always, Tony. And once again, I am taking a step back from GMing this week. We've got an amazing crew and an amazing adventure for you guys. Um, so let's talk through a little bit left to right who we've got and what we're doing. First of all, off, we're playing Russian Punch, which is we've got one of the game's creators actually GMing for us. Tomas, you want to introduce yourself here real quick?
Okay, let me start there. My name is Tomas Jimenez Rioja, and I am a game designer, a writer, an actual player, a software engineer, a huge plethora of hats I'm donning at the same time. But today I will be your game master, or as this game calls it, the entity master. The one will be running Russian Punch within the setting of Sailors of the Kraken Seas, a world of swashbuckling adventures in which pirates and those that hunt those pirates get to fight against huge gargantuan leviathans from the sea.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
go ahead and jump over to Javante. You want to introduce yourself?
Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary finies, and hellions of all walks of life. My name is Javante, your resident TTRPG goblin. I play and run TTRPGs of all varieties. This is, funnily enough, the second pirate game that I'm in. It's just the first one that I get to actually be in as a player, because I do the other one. I'm super excited. This is my third time being on this channel, and it's been a blast every time I'm here. So I'm real excited to be in this.
I'd forgotten it was your third time, and we've had a wide variety
Yeah,
of.
yeah. First time was a heartbreaking romance. Second time was me running horror, and now I just get to be at a cool pirate adventure. I've been spoiled.
We have fun.
Awesome, loving it. And then the government said I need. I was actually issued an introvert, and so Blood is with me during basically every show. Blood, introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Bloodlust King. I do tech stuff, and also I'm playing a character because Tony keeps dragging me into these things.
Heck yeah, you love it and you know it. Um, and then last but not least, Hector.
Hi, my name is Hector Pernay. You can find me at Page Yokami. The overlay is wrong.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
But I'm all over the internet.
Anastasia.
I am a TTRPG game designer, actual play performer, uh, and writer. I'm all over the place. I'm starting my own Twitch channel called House of Dreams. That's going to be similar to this one. Going out, putting out fun games. But I'm everywhere. I stream on Pantsless Tables. I stream on, oh my God, Misadventures League. I've been all over the internet, and I'm really excited to be here. I love a good one shot, so I'm excited.
Heck yeah. As always, it is a wide Wonderarium out there, so you got to make sure and bring some friends. And these are the awesome folks that we're bringing today. So go out and, especially if you enjoy what you're hearing today, go give them a follow. Show them some love. Um, but in the meantime, we are going to delve here into Rush and Punch. Tomas, do you want to take us off? Tell us a little bit more about the system and get us up and running.
Okay, excellent. Let me do a quick sort of introduction of the game. Russian Punch is sort of a narrative storytelling, action-packed, and frenetic tabletop role-playing game with explosions, blood, demons, weapons, and more, in which you get to play the hero of the story, in which you're battling against colossal entities of all sides. If you have played games like, for example, Shadow of the Colossus, or watched animes like Attack on Titan, or any kind of show, movie, or anything that involves people that are battling huge things that you shouldn't be battling at all, then this is the game for you. Very frenetic, action packed, as I was saying, and uses a very different sort of mechanics to what we are used to seeing usually. The game revolves around working within different settings. The one that we are trying out today, as I said, is Sailors of the Kraken Seas. but we are working at the moment and about to finish in order to get to playtesting um, Caves of Kaiju City, which is pretty much superheroes against kaijus. Uh,
Yes.
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 Sounds amazing.
I'm a Godzilla
Excellent.
nerd. This is good.
Yes, we have Godzilla, but not with that name, obviously. Um, and
Copyright.
before we get to nerding out too much about that, let's jump into the horror section of Sailor Star Kraken 6. Um, we here have a group of. First of all, I want you to know: are you playing as pirates? Are you sailors? Are you members of the Crown, which is the sort of organization that leads everything within these seas? What do you want to be a part of?
I feel like judging by our characters' names and I'm speaking probably just for me, but judging by how we've justified our names, I think pirate, but I
It
could be
makes
wrong.
Yeah,
sense.
I'm
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
definitely a pirate.
Yeah.
Yabisi like escaped service.
Okay,
To the crown.
on that regard, because this game has everything so that you can jump very quickly into the game, we have a few things that we have checked on, but I want to leave some stuff to sort of see while we are streaming, so you can see how easy it is to get right into the game. Um, First of all, if you check into the getting started section, you have to establish who will be the EM, define the estimated campaign length. This is going to be a one shot. Choose a setting. We have already chosen the Sailors of Kraken Seas. Use a safety toolkit. We have done our lines and veils beforehand, and then depending on the setting that you choose, each of them have their own archetypes that are very much your classes that you choose within the setting that make them feel very much tied to it. So, could you, each of you, say which archetype you chose and give like a short description of what the archetype and your character is about? Starting with Crimson Snake here.
Sure, absolutely. I am playing as the. Hold on while I pull up all of my this stuff because it's scattered throughout my systems.
Love
I
it.
am playing the Drowned One archetype, which is one that is based around dying and coming back stronger than before. Um, Predominantly based around dealing damage to enemies and healing themselves and their allies, based around the damage dealt, and death only being the beginning of their ascent to power.
Mhm. Excellent. Okay, going on next. How about Bloodlust King?
Hello. I am playing the Brambleheart, which is, I have pets. I have pets, and they're gonna. I got a monkey that has guns.
Yes, very dope.
That's the coolest sentence I've heard today.
I also have an octopus, so it's
Uh
fine.
huh.
Smartest creatures in the ocean.
And that's just the beginning.
That's just a beginning.
It also has guns.
It's fine, I'm just gonna be over here with my little menagerie, trying not to friggin' die.
God. Swaddling along to death.
Great. How about you, Hector? What are you playing today?
I am playing Yabisi, the Spirit Weaver. Yabisi is translates to the spider in Old Taino, the Arawak language. He's like your he's the Spirit Weaver, and the Spirit Weaver. The book says that it's always at ready with their decrepit body build, a plethora of long needles, and reduced heads, frog legs, jars, and hay dolls clinging from their belt. They lay hexes and boons, varying whether you are ally or foe. So my character is like deeply inspired by indigenous heritage. I'm talking like head to toe, dark skin, traditional like tattoos all over his body, and he wears very little clothing, like some sailor's pants, a belt, and then all these various spiritual accoutrement. Um, and he's kind of designed to be like also kind of from that kind of necromantic dark tradition, but it's more about communing with the spirits of the dead and the spirits of the ancestors and the spirits of nature. to protect the ship. Uh, very if you've ever read whatchamacallit, Moby Dick,
Mm.
Yes.
my character is very much the indigenous, inspired by the indigenous main character in Moby Dick.
All right.
That trope, but like, by an actual Puerto Rican person from there.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, love you, BC, and I'm excited to play them.
Excellent. And last but definitely not least, Tony.
Absolutely. I am playing a character whose class is titled the Big Gun. So can you guess what I can do? Folks? No. So the description of the big gun is I find really, really cool. It says not every problem can be solved with a surplus of black powder and 8 pound sphere of iron, but a big gun has never encountered one. So the big gun I'm playing here is Sammy Booth, a 6'4" sort of powerlifting build, leather waistcoat and trousers. There's a white undershirt that is no longer white. It's this like dingy gray with the sleeves have been ripped off at the forearms. And there's like some burn holes and things like that in them just from being near explosions for years and years and years and years. Um, and so Sammy uh, is absolutely just big calloused hands type of vibe going on here. Uh, Very, very excited.
Amazing. Great. Well, just when everyone chooses their archetype in this game of Russian Punch, you get to select within the many abilities there are. You have every ability at your disposal, but about 3 or 4 of them are the starting ones that you get. And you get to choose one extra ability. Just because we want to lean a bit more into the horror aspect of the game, I allow them to choose within 2 extra abilities. You can choose within the active abilities, the passive abilities, or those that are in the downtime in case you want to go for a longer campaign. Um, and the game itself uses a certain sort of mechanics that revolve around hero points and monster points. Uh, Both combat and downtime work in a very similar manner. They just have different things but are mirror versions of each other. So hero points are the goodie points, the ones that you use for your abilities. The monster points are the points that you're giving to the monster or entities to attack you and destroy you. And well, now that we know that, what is the next step in this is usually what we do here is select a kickoff and define expectations. Kickoffs are one of the different categories that questlings have within the Rush and Punch system. These are like predefined storylines that are abstract enough for the GM to choose, the EM in this case, so that you have some guidance and don't need to do any preparation at all to run the game. Just in the same vein of that, to give the character some extra backstory details, what you do from the start is every player gets to choose one hero path. So if you guys can get to the hero path section, I don't know if you can see it within the playtest
Hmm.
packet. You can get just from the name, you sort of understand what each of those are about. Just choose one that you think could be a cool enough thing to have as a backstory. Just I'm going to be reading some out loud so the viewers can understand what we are talking about. The hero paths are finding love, chart uncharted waters, start a business, gain a talent, acquire great wealth, create a masterwork, discover a world secret, track a person, take revenge, or seek glory. We are going to be creating more hero paths, and these are easy enough for people to create their own versions so that we can sort of start making a community around this. Um, so if any of these sound interesting to you to sort of have as some sort of backstory for your character, feel free to let me know. I'm going to give a few minutes for you to choose from them. Each of them, as you keep going, I'm going to explain how hero paths work. That quest links work in the same way. Hero path, what they have is a series of milestones that you have to complete. So you get to choose between these, and the milestones give you the steps for you to accomplish this hero path that you are taking.
Okay.
So, for example, if you are discovering a world secret, you will want to buy information on the secret. Infiltrate a nobleman's house to find information on the secret. Defeat a pirate to get information on that secret. Find information on the world's secret on the layer of an entity difficulty 3 or higher, or scout the waters in search of hints. These are all things that make you want to go look for adventure, and each time that you complete a milestone, you sort of do progression within the system that allows your archetype to just grow stronger, to gain more booty, and to just keep going with adventure and story. And all of these hero paths have a finale, which is like the ending of a story arc. For example, when you get to the end of this Discover a World Secret, what you usually do is that you find all the pieces of the puzzle to find the location of the world secret, and you need to fight the guardian of this world secret.
Ooh.
Um, and once you do that, you get extra perks, like for example abilities that only you can be gained within these milestones and um, hero paths. So more or less, that's how the game usually works. And because you choose those things, you as a GM um, can get just from what the players choose as their hero path what they want in their own story, and you can pull them into the adventure and very easily run the game without any preparation at all. That's one of the biggest um, pros of the rush and punch system. So, anyone here has already chosen one of the hero paths?
Yup.
Okay, Hector, which one have you chosen? And please
I
give a short
chose
description.
excuse me, discover a world secret.
Okay,
Um, just because my character is interested in maybe finding a new home or
amazing.
some sort of like ancient, powerful something to drive out the crown. Because I
Excellent.
think Yabisi is from the indigenous people who used to live here before the crown came here.
Hmm.
So he's trying to find a way to get rid of them. That's why he became a pirate, not because he's
Amazing.
likes killing people or likes stealing, but just because he's not interested in his people being controlled by the crown and their lives
Rebelling
being.
against the power.
Yeah, I really want to go. So I picked Discover World Secret because I thought that would be really good for a one shot.
Yes.
Um, I almost picked Take Revenge, but if this were a long term story, I would have picked that. Uh, but I kind of think that my character is just sort of like I'm going out there on the sea on this crew to try and find a way something bigger. Uh,
Okay.
you know, to make his life better because he's a very spiritual person.
Hmm. You usually can have more than one hero path. We recommend not going more than three because that can be a bit too much per character.
Yeah.
And once you finish a hero path, you can take another one, so that your character arc keeps going.
Okay.
And as others are having their own story arcs, you can be completing stuff about your own story arc. And the cool part about it is that you may be even fighting an entity, and in the middle of it, one of the milestones from your story arc or hero path say that you can get a milestone just from doing a certain attack on the entity. So you can progress within the same combat, which allows you to level up mid combat, which is extremely straightforward and simple, which is very dope, I think. Anyone else that wants to continue?
I can do it.
Go ahead.
For reasons that I 100% know this was a one shot, but I wanted to do it anyway. I did take revenge. Um,
Excellent.
my character, I guess I never got to say his name. Baron Bellamy Bonnet was originally part of a different pirate crew until after getting a rather sizable score, they decided instead of dividing it up amongst the captain and the crew, they took their vengeance and chained him to a cannon and shoved it off of the ship into the waters below. He did not die, and instead his rage awakened something that brought him back. Uh, on the only grounds that he now has to hunt down the remnants of his crew, no matter what, to take revenge, so that he can finally stop feeling the pressure of the ocean around him.
Oh, I love it.
Dang.
Okay. Anyone else who wants to go next?
Um, I'm kind of feeling the vibe of track a person, though
Track
kind of
person.
not so much up twisting it on its side a little and saying looking for a specific kind of animal that's like
Okay. Yes.
seen as like a mythological kind of not seen before, but
Mm-hmm.
they've heard stories, or she's heard stories. By the way, I didn't also tell y'all my character's name. Her name is Maeve Kelly. She's just sort of got a collection. It's fine. I need to find this other thing because it seems pretty nifty, and I want to have it as a friend. Really.
Right. And one thing that all hero paths have as well is a series of leading questions that allow you as a player, by answering them, to sort of give more depth to why you are doing this hero path. Don't have to complete these ones because it's just a one shot, but just for the
Mm-hmm.
audience to know, if you want to understand better why it is that you are undertaking this hero path, you can answer those questions. So, Tony, do you have yours picking out there?
So I picked up two because those of you and Javante knows this firsthand for sure. Those of you who have been watching the show for a while know that I'm a sucker for romance. So I saw that Finding Love and I went, you know, uh, but this is something where I want to make sure that everybody's on board with that before I choose something like that, as this is a one shot, um, right? So I've got a backup option, but I want to run it past the table first.
Love
Um,
romance. I think you
okay,
should do
Yeah,
it, but
and
I
you
can
Do
only
it.
speak for myself.
okay,
you can
cool,
only use an
Do
NPC
it.
as well, part of the crew, to be part of that romance if you don't want to have it be with one of the players.
Yeah.
perfect. I just wanted to make sure, just in case somebody was not on board with it, you know, we're good to go. Then Finding Love is absolutely going to be the hero path.
Great. Okay. So now that we have everything needed to start, and how long was it before since we started? Not long at all.
Mm-mm.
So that's what I wanted to sort of say that is stand out of this game. And then it is when we sort of start to jump into the game itself. But I will give a series of brief introductions about the main aspects of the rules before we start. As I said, we have the hero points and the monster points. You keep rolling dice. These are weird dice that have, for example, the point dice have two sides that are blank, two sides that are hero points, and two sides that are monster points. The monster points are given to the EM, the hero points are taken by the player themselves. Then we have the red dice, which have two sides that are blank, two sides that one have one monster point, and the other two sides also have one monster point. Then lastly, you have the black die, which is the one that you don't want at any cost to have. Why is it? Because there are two sides that are blank, two sides that have one monster point, and two sides that have two monster points. So the only good ones are the point die. The other ones you don't want to have at any cost. But the black dice are the worst. Once that you know that, there are some certain qualities within the conditions that you can have. The main one in Sailor to Kraken Seas is getting grappled. You may get grappled by a huge tentacle or something like that, and once trapped in that manner, you can keep going with the action, but you um, you can't move within locations. These locations can be on boat, on the water, or underwater. Straightforward. So you are pinned into place once you are in the air. And you can get out of a grapple by making an escape. This is some sort of separate mechanic that some archetypes do have and can help others. You can make an escape by using an action that and make an escape trigger, or by rolling your dice pool and getting no monster points at all.
Oh, that sounds
Those are the two ways
magical.
to make an escape. Yes.
Just
Um, so once that we know all this, we get to the core mechanic of the game, which is, um, sorry, um, you have a pool of dice. These are point dice. You start with just the one. You roll your point die, you get a result, and that's it. But that's called an action roll. The way that action rolls work is that you describe what your character is doing. You have free liberty to do whatever you want to do with your character, and I, as a GM, may sort of tell you, yeah, you can do that or you can't. But mostly you don't need my direction. You just say, I do this, I roll. I do this, I roll. And that's why the game is so fast paced. There is no turns, you just pinpoint within the different players, and you can do 3 rolls, and then the other player goes, or just the one, or whatever you want. Once you have a certain amount of hero points that you want to spend on an action, you go ahead and you do that. And every time that you make an action roll, which is just rolling your dice pool, starting with 1, you add an additional point die. So you first start with 1, then go with 2, then 3, and so on. That's it. If we get into more rules territory, I'll tell what it is about. But usually that's all you need to know. Um, so, jumping ahead, we have your crew boarding a brigantine. I'm going to be keeping track of that so that I don't give you too much stuff to talk about. But one thing that you may know is that the game leans very much into team play, and that is, like for example, when you are battling a monster, you may do coordinate attacks together and do some sort of team attack. You can do that
Okay.
at any time by having as many players as you want do one attack. If you all say we make this attack at the same time, you make a team attack, and certain things that are very positive for you will happen. We will get to that when you decide on doing it. So, you are boarding this ship, this brigantine to the seas. You know that you are looking for a horde hunter, which within this setting is this sort of sea dragon that can smell gold from the ships and destroy them to seek their loot and just bring it to their own caverns. So if you go and find a horde hunter, which is it means that you will find a huge hoard of money, and you being pirates, of course you want that too. Now, within the darkest confines of the seas, the ship keeps moving in its usual manner as you keep moving through it. Now, any of you is the captain of the ship? Or do we have some NPC that
I would assume Bonnet is the captain.
I would probably say Bonnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes the most
okay.
sense. Yeah.
So, Bonnet, tell me, how are you leading this ship?
Let's describe Bonnet first, so that I'll go where I was
Go
leading.
ahead, please.
Bellamy Bonnet looks, to begin, much of his attire is still the same as it was when he was tied to the cannon. It's a old pirate outfit, this sort of faded purple long coat with waterlogged guns lining around it, and a charred blackened shirt, but all parts of his clothing seem to be wisping off of him, as if there's another part that's moving with him. There's always smoke that seems to trail out of his mouth as he speaks, or as they speak. Um, and as they're just kind of watching the ship moving to the front, they're just shuffling a deck of cards in their hand, and they send one into the other hand, look at it, send it back into the deck, and continue to shuffle. Um, they're probably barely paying attention to where the ship is like currently and is just still looking forward. Anytime that they're like, okay, we have to make a minor move, they'll stop shuffling and just like gesture a little bit, just like this way, that way.
Nice. Okay. So you keep sailing there in the seas as the crew clearly understand what you are saying just by moving your bare fingers and go straight to the ropes and start pulling out the sails and get everything going to lead into the dark confines of the sea. And at this moment, calmness is all around you, the usual stuff. There is no one to bother you in the seas. Usually the crown is far in the distance and doesn't cause any trouble unless you go there search for it. There are maps that lead towards this horde hunter. Could be depending on the different wreckages of the ships that sail those waters. But even though you all are used to sailing these parts of the Kraken seas, something that never happened around you starts to appear. A light appears within the dark seas, something that illuminates from down below. It's not that big, but still interesting enough that catches your attention. What are your characters doing at the moment? Go ahead, Otavi.
Noticing that there's a light in the distance, I pull out a long and I head over to the bow, and he says, "Un poco de sangre, let it speak," and he punctures his finger and drops the blood into the ocean, and I'm going to ask the spirits of the dead for helpful advice. And as
Okay.
I do that, like you can see like faces under the water, like pale faces kind of come up. And what do they say?
You start to see these faces appearing from the water, and you see that their eyes that are swollen. You can see them, and their mouths that are opening up like different faces start to appear from all sides and start saying, "Power, run!" And they're coming. 17
Oh.
years in the making. Some shoutings appear from the side that you only can hear. The rest of you start sort of seeing how the water reacts surrounding the ship and moments in which Yabisi starts to speak to the
His
ocean.
hands go onto the edge, and he's just like looking and listening. And he kind of echoes like the voices. It's creepy because like the voices of the dead start to silently come out of his mouth as his like as he's
Oh.
staring at the ocean, and he's like 17 years in the making. They are coming.
I think Maeve is kind of at the bow, uh, probably either feeding one of their animals or working on a new kind
Which
of.
animal are we talking about, by the way?
So I have three of them. I have a bird. I have a parrot. Um, I have a capuchin monkey. Uh, and then I have an octopus. In name wise, the bird is Ari. The capuchin is Tim.
I put.
We're going with
Okay.
names now. It's fine. Hi, Lily.
Look, if you want to name them, go ahead. Don't feel forced to.
Um, the octopus is Doc because, haha, I'm a big Spider-Man
Okay.
dork.
Yep.
Hi, Lilith.
Nice.
Hello. Speaking of, welcome my
Speaking
own
of
familiar.
animals, yeah. There is the Bramble Heart.
But I think I'm probably working with Tim right now, trying to like make sure that he's all prepped up in case anything is happening. Because he is gonna definitely be a little bit more of my hitting things operative, because the bird can tell people about stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Okay.
can yeet the fucking octopus.
And how about your character, Tony, this Sammy Booth? What? How does she react when she hears Yabitsi relaying these voices of the depth of the sea?
Uh, yeah, I think Sammy is a very functional, I think, person. And so their first thought is, Yabisi, the waves have started to kick up immediately. Yabisi is saying some sort of prophetic and slightly mystic stuff. We better start tying shit down.
Oh,
Um, and so Sammy is already, I think, calling in a few other folks to start adding extra ropes to things and tying stuff to the deck. Because if the waves are kicking up, if there's something going down, we can't lose everything here. Um, we've got to absolutely, and so yeah, they are. I think there's this sort of look where they are battening down things and like you know wrapping ropes around and using sort of leverage to tie it tight. And on the other side, you see probably a group of two or three doing the same task. Um, as they're working through, and those deft hands quickly tying knots. Because at this point, been doing this for a while, right?
Yes.
And I think that is the first thing that Sammy thinks of and does. The second thing is while they're working, I think they start to sing. It almost it's not something that they think about. Um,
And here's the other one.
and I don't have a song personally that comes to mind, but I think it is a rhythmic sort of to the motion of the waves. We just use the rhythm that the boat has
Like
for
a
us.
shanty.
Yeah,
Shanty.
exactly. And so that Sammy picks up with a shanty, um, and nobody has to join in, but some folks may.
Yeah, some of the crew members start pulled by the sides of the ship and start singing at the same tone and rhythmic moment as you are doing as the ship keeps moving side by side, side, and the water starts moving more um, rhythmically. Well, some bubbles start to appear within the ocean that you are seeing Yabisi by the side of it. It's as if the water itself was boiling.
That doesn't look great.
Inside.
What are you seeing, you BC?
The dead say that there's something approaching. They're coming. Something 17 years in the making. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that, but we need to prepare ourselves.
Drop anchor here.
Okay, you start to drop the anchor and it falls into the ocean into depths. And that is when you start to hear the sounds of what is it? As if you have just hit a wasp's nest and all the different hummings and buzzings start to appear, but there are no insects around. There's nothing flying towards anywhere surrounding you. So it doesn't make any sense that you're listening to this. And there is some sort of numbing sensation that starts to hit you all. as if you have just drank some sort of medicament that puts you a bit numb, some medicine, I mean, and that's when from the sea starts to sprout out the size of a human, more or less. These insectoid beings with um, the the eyes like those of flies start to spring out the water. Proboscis that appear like needles on their fronts and legs that like those of a mosquito appearing from the side, surrounding you completely. A whole swarm of it
Hey, kids.
leaving
Hey, there's
from
a
the
lot.
water. Yeah, this looks like nothing you have seen before. And if there
Uh,
is something that comes to your head when watching this, it's pretty much this is alien. Nothing like this should be in the waters.
the are they all coming out, or did they come out really fast into the air?
All coming out from the waters at the same time.
Okay, as they're coming out of the water, could I? Uh, there's another thing on my list that I don't have to spend HP for, and it is freezing the waters around a sea monster.
You can. Yes.
All right, so this is what I want to do. My character heads to the center of the ship while this numbing feeling is going on, and while he's doing that, he takes some earth from like his side bag and sprinkles it around him, uh, and then he says "agua frio," and he does this, and when he does that, mist comes out, and then the
Cool.
surface of the ocean starts freezing, attempting to lock into place the swarm all around the ship.
Okay, the water starts to freeze around the ship. And just so you know, you all, any of the things that your architect says that you can do for free, the part at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have anything that you want to add to that list, just describe it and it's allowed. I'm trusting you 100% on doing things, and as long as you describe them well enough, they are going to come in and be part of this combat. And if you want to mechanically affect the creature, you have to use one of your abilities. But apart from that,
Mm-hmm.
you can describe whatever you want. So the water starts to freeze, and the enemies start to appear from below and just crash against it, and you start to see crash like little how what is called um,
Fissures?
fissures, yeah, in the
Fissures.
eyes, as they are getting some more time to go. So, Yabisi bought you some time. How do you prepare to this that is sprouting from the waters?
Yeah, I will say that out loud in character. I will say, the freezing will not last. I have bought you all time. Please move.
Yeah, I'm booking it up, uh, up the,
Crow's nest.
crow's nest, trying to get, like, some kind of a bird's eye view. I
Okay.
do better from afar. So,
You go up there exactly.
bring
Usually,
all my little buddies.
when we are out of combat like this, I will say that you have to spend a certain amount of story points that are the hero points like
Mhm.
thing that you win in downtime. But just because we are starting this, you can do it for free, and just because you're capable enough, go to the top of the crow's nest and look at this from above, and the light still appears from below the ocean. You can't see it fully, but thousands of little, not little, but huge dots in the water
Mhm.
start to go and crash against the ice surrounding it, while others come out from places more in in the back,
Far enough away from the
far
ice.
enough away from the ice, so they seem intelligent enough. And at these moments is when they start to go and launch themselves to a ship, and you see how one of them goes and grabs one of the members of the crew with their legs, and as if they were sticky, they just go to the sides of them and lift them off the ground while their proboscis is stuck on the back of their head, and you start to see some sort of liquid come out of it. as they start to go into the distance.
Don't get
And
grabbed! Don't get grabbed at all!
yeah, and some others start to see that they are trying to grab some of the crews. The shoutings within this brigantine start to be everything that you hear surrounding you. One other goes to the side and grabs on one of them, but they manage to escape. But while attempting to escape, this sticky surface of the legs of these mosquito-like beings tears apart the flesh of this person and goes into the ground, smacking against the side of the ship. And that's how we start to begin combat. You're not fighting the one huge entity, but a huge amount of them.
Lovely.
Go.
Okay, so as
Tim.
I said, the way this works is this one has one share pool of life points. I'm going to send over here for you all to see in the chat the stats of the monster. You can see the stats of the monster. And the most important thing amongst it all is the repositioning, which I will copy and paste in the chat as well and say out loud. Repositioning is a special mechanic that this game has. If you want to reset your dice pool because it's getting too big and you're giving too many monster points to the EM, you can try to reposition, but there usually is a code to that. In this case, when a hero repositions, they increase numbing fear by 1. This is
Okay.
one special mechanic of this monster that you will start to see soon. So,
Oh.
um,
Oh
I can
no.
only act when you decide to act. I can only interrupt your abilities. So
Okay.
you have the lead on this. How are your characters acting? Decide amongst yourself who wants to go first and second and stuff like that, or whoever you think, if this was a movie, the camera will be looking at.
I think I'm going to first send off Ari to try and do like a scouting thing and see if there's a weak point and send that over to Sammy
Okay.
as our
By
bigger hitter.
describing every time that you describe the things that you're doing, you make an action roll. That's in this case, first roll a point die, a single one, and please tell me the result of it. How many hero points, how many monster points you get out of it.
Alright, so roll 1 die, right?
Yes,
So that was a 2.
that's two. Okay, because we don't have the special dice in here for those at home, we are using normal d6s. 1 and 2 here will be a monster point. 3 and 4 will be the null, and 5 and 6 will be a hero point. So now what you did, it was give me a monster point. So I
Yeah.
start piling up. You can keep going, or one other person can decide to jump into this whole sea.
Let's see here, and we've got to pick something, but we can't use our abilities yet because we don't have hero points.
And we assume that everything that you describe, even if you roll badly enough, like you just did, it is completed. The bird starts to scout and tries to find one of their weaknesses. We will get to that maybe in a bit. So Hector, please keep going.
Okay. I think that my character is terrified, especially considering these things can fly. So I am actually going to take an action, and I'm going to try and see if I can go up the crow's nest to back Maeve up and get a higher vantage
High ground.
point to fight these creatures.
Okay, you make an action roll to climb the crow's nest.
Okay. I got a 1.
1 is a monster point in this case.
That's a monster point.
So,
Okay.
I have 2 at the moment.
Okay.
It's fine, we're fine. We're just
We're
feeding the
fine.
monster.
Everything's fine.
We're fine.
It's
Yeah.
just like. And I'm up in the crow's nest. I didn't think that you should be here alone.
There's a lot of them.
Yes. I look down at Sammy, and I'm like, Sammy, can you start blowing these things away?
If you want to, you can make that shouting be part of an action roll as
Yeah,
well to
yeah.
start to
I'm
pile
gonna
up
like
more dice.
echo. Yes, and that's
So
two
now
now
you
dice,
rolled
right?
two. Exactly,
Two
two
dice. Got
point
it.
dice.
Okay. All right. Awesome. I got a plus and a blank.
Okay, so that'll be
That's
a hero point for you. Take note of
one
that.
hero point. Got it.
Yes.
Yay!
You're using fudge dice, so a plus sign means hero point, a minus sign means monster point, and blank is blank.
Blank is blank. All right. Awesome. All right,
Yes.
thank goodness. Uh, and then I will let somebody interrupt before I take my. It's three
Yeah.
actions per turn, right? Got it.
No, as many as you
However
want. You can
many.
keep
Yeah.
going. Just
Oh,
like
it's
in
just the
Daggerheart,
dice
for
keep
those who
stacking.
have yes, as like in Daggerheart, you keep going until I interrupt you.
Oh,
And
okay.
for example, right now I have an ability that has two monster points, so I could interrupt you if I wanted to, but I am piling up to for a high tier ability.
No, no worries. Wait, do you
Great.
want to do something, or should I keep
Uh,
going?
yeah,
Um,
I know Sammy is going to start rolling out. Yeah, I think rolling out the guns.
Okay, using the
So
big gun.
not yet the yeah, well, it would be the cannons on the deck here. Um, and y'all may have noticed it'll notice on stream. My music source, I think I overloaded with too many sounds and it has shut off. So
No.
um, we're doing this quiet now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just so you know, when we take a break, I'll be able to fix it, but I don't want to pop it in and out and ruin the
Just the
rest of
shouts in
everything.
the
So
middle of the ocean.
just FYI, I flew too close to the sun over here. Um,
Happens to the best of us. It really does.
Take a drink.
all right.
Sip.
Um, so yeah, so I just rolled myself a three, which is a blank on my point dice. So
Three? Yeah, blank.
yep,
Exactly. So you can still do. You're preparing the guns, pretty much.
yes.
Okay, and you can do that with the crew as well. You can tell them, "Hey,
Uh,
ready your guns" or stuff like that.
Absolutely. I think because they are a person who sings while they work, I think there's a specific shanty that they kick into that just alerts people we
Oh,
ready the
nice.
guns.
Mhm.
Sort of if you remember in the Hobbits, what is it like? Bang the
Once.
pots and bend the forks. Sort of to that sort of a vibe of, you
That's
know,
what Bilbo Baggins hates.
y- y- exactly, yes. That's what I'm thinking for
Everyone
this.
starts preparing their guns, Avengers Endgame style. Everyone coming in for the big fight. And as everyone starts to hit these giant mosquito-like beings, um, you keep going. Anyone else wants to jump in?
I'm trying to see
Captain, do
what
you
I
got
can do
something to
without
add?
I think I'll
points.
jump in as this
Okay.
is happening. As everyone's starting to prepare, he is going to calmly turn, flip the deck out, and as he does, like about five cards start to roll like themselves out of the deck, and as he draws, he'll start to slowly turn them and then toss them onto the deck of the ship itself.
Oh,
The
cool.
first card that lands, you see on the front of the card five golden doubloons like emblazoned on the front of it. The second card that lands, you see a man holding a goat's head, bedecked in chains. The third card that lands, you see 10 cutlasses all embedded into a coffin. The fourth card that lands, you see a woman wearing the garb of a queen, holding a golden emblazoned cutlass. And the fifth card is a woman also in a queen's garb holding an overflowing goblet that's filled to the brim with wine. As these all land, a series of chains start to spread from those cards back to the deck itself. As he is prepping his own brand of magic, and as he holds the deck out, there is this sheen that comes over him as another hand holds onto his and takes hold of the
Okay.
chains and starts to pull them back.
I assume that's an action roll.
Yes,
Yeah.
You can transform it into two action rolls if you wanted to,
heal.
because that
I'll
was
definitely do that.
quite a description. I love it.
That's my captain.
Yes.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Hey, Captain.
That's a 5 and a 2.
Okay, so a hero point and a monster point.
Ooh.
Taking note of that. 3 monster points at the moment.
Leaf.
At that point, to kind of back up the captain immediately, as I'm in the crow's nest, I take a deep breath. And as I take that breath, you see smoke or fog, like manifest, and like I do that, and then I exhale, and this is an action point, and mist is going to come out of my mouth, and I'm going to raise a shrouding mist from the waters so I can block the visibility of all of our enemies. Like it's just going to
Ooh.
come straight from the waters, not from the ship. So like a wall of fog is all around, like obscuring the vision of our enemies.
Okay, for those watching there, this is just one thing that you can say that you can do. There is
Yeah.
no mechanic influence on this. If you want to go ahead and use a mechanic, you use one of your abilities. Go ahead, please.
Okay.
That's dope as the mist
Yeah,
starts
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
rise.
Ooh, 2 monster points.
Oh, okay, got to
Ouch.
5.
Okay. Who
Fun.
wants to jump in next?
So, seeing this, really quickly, because I'm still kind of vague about changing location, stuff like that.
Don't worry about it because most of the time in this combat you're going to be in the ship itself, unless you want to jump into the water for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so like I have this thing called cannonball. Um,
Yes.
if you and one other beast are in the same location, you can launch your beast into an adjacent location as part of one ability. When you do so, you can immediately use an ability that requires that beast for 2 HP less.
Okay, in that particular case, usually it's done when you're fighting a monster that is from the sea and it stays in the sea. This one right now is on the ship, which is
Mhm.
one location. So I'm going to say that you can do this while you're in the same location. So you just cannonball a creature and make them attack one of these mosquito-like beings if you want to.
Cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna eat the monkey and he's gonna shoot things.
Yes. The monkey with
Spins like a
guns.
top.
Just toss the monkey in the air.
Yes. It's
Uh,
like the monkey from the Marvel comic. I think it was the Hit Monkey or something
Hit
like
Hit
that.
monkey.
monkey, yes.
Hit
Hit
Monkey, yeah.
monkey.
Yes.
That was the
Monkey.
inspiration for it.
Um, yeah, so I'm gonna throw Tim, um, and he's going to, as he's like kind of going up, pull out these 2 flintlocks that he just has because he's an awesome little monkey.
Yes.
I roll 2-point die.
Okay. Well, that
That
was an action roll, or are you using your ability?
I'm using an ability because it's 2 HP, but I have 2 HP less, so I get an ability. Right? Or am I wrong about that?
Oh, it drives the
Let me
ability
check.
cost to 0. Oh, I think she found something in your
Oh,
system.
no, that I think was intended.
Is that
That
intended? Oh, that's so
yes,
It's
cool.
dope. Let's
That is
go.
yes.
dope. So
That
she has an
ability you can
ability
use.
that, just so the stream, so whoever's watching the stream, uh, Maeve has an ability that reduces the hero point cost to 0, which is
Five.
allowing her to take an action even though she has 0 hero points. I just wanted to clarify that for everybody watching.
Oh, no, this shouldn't be doing. No, I thought that you for the cannonball thing you had to spend HP for that. No, that
No.
should be
Well,
intended.
you have another power, don't
I'm
you?
going to
That
allow it for now, but next time you just
Do I
go
have
spend
to? Do
one
I? Well,
hit
no.
point.
So if I have to
One
use
hero
a
point.
hero point thing before this point, then that's completely fine. I can do something
You
else.
have one.
But
Okay, yeah, that I'm going to note that down. This game is in development right now, so we may encounter things that need some fixing, but it is in playtest phase. So, if anyone wants to jump in,
I have a
please
question
go ahead.
actually.
Go
Yep.
ahead.
If that was, is there a chance for other players to like utilize their hero points for somebody else's action?
No.
Okay.
The thing that you can do is do a team attack, as I was saying before, so that if someone is using ability like Blood is doing right now, and you want to use an ability at the same time,
Mm.
and both deal damage, you can make a team attack, which just what does is make the best out of it all. Well, we will
Okay.
get to that when you decide to do it. So I don't give you too many rules at once.
Real quick, Blood, you were up in the crow's nest, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, so Sammy, I feel like this is a semi-common thing. Sammy actually has taken like 3, 4 steps, and as this monkey plummets through this cloud of insects, I think Sammy will reach out an arm to catch the monkey on one arm, and basically toss it back up into the rigging so that it can climb its way back up. Um,
Cool.
I think there's a level of like, oh, I can hear the guns going off. That means the monkey's coming down. Like,
The monkey's flying somewhere.
so
You can
I'd like
transform that
to
into an action roll as well if you want to.
absolutely, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let me make sure. So if I rolled a blank last time, I'm still only rolling one, correct?
You
Nope.
keep adding. No matter
I
what
keep
you
adding.
roll, you
Okay.
keep adding point dice.
Yeah,
That
it keeps racking up. That's the reason why I got really nervous when I rolled 3 dice and I got 2 monster
Yes.
points. Like I, mm,
That's
right.
when you start to think, should I reposition right now?
okay.
So I
So
am.
that's a 2 and a 3, which should be a blank, and then I think is that a monster point?
That's a
Yeah, and a
monster point.
monster point. So that's
Okay.
one monster point.
I have 6 at the moment.
I'm gonna
I could
roll
already
some
do
other
something.
dice next time.
So with my cannonball, I would do my previous point die as well as the new 2, right?
Um, yes, you can do that ability for now, so we can show off how the monkey attacks,
Okay.
yeah.
which is pretty
So
dope.
that was a 3, so a blank, and then 2 5s.
Okay.
Ooh.
So now I have hero points? Question mark. Right? Is that how that
When
works?
you use an ability, you don't have to roll unless the ability says so.
It says I have to roll 2 point die
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes, that some
for
mechanics
the
say
monkey
things like
shooting
that.
things.
Yes, you
oh,
roll
okay,
two
cool.
point dice, and for
Yeah,
each
now you have hero
point
points.
roll, you deal 2 damage, and for each monster point rolled, you deal 1 damage. So,
Oh,
what did you do?
So for the one that was previously, that one was one of the 5s. The 2 that I rolled for this one was a 3 and a 5.
So a 3 and a 5. That means 1 hero point and a blank.
Okay.
So the hero point transforms into 2 damage. So you deal 2 damage to this swarm of mosquitoes.
Okay.
Okay, now we start to hit them.
I hit it. The monkey hit it.
And it's being
Yay.
thrown back by Sammy, I suppose, the monkey. Back and forth there.
The monkey likes being eaten. It's fine. He
Yeah.
has a good deal of fun.
Just because
Excellent.
I need to start trying to
Yeah.
gather some more hero points because I can't do anything without those.
all
Then
right.
you can make
How
action
do
rolls.
you reposition? How does repositioning work again?
I put it in the chat, but just to say it again.
No, oh
the
yeah,
way
yeah,
you-
it's in the chat. No, I'll look.
every single entity has a different way in which you reposition, making every encounter very different in how they feel.
The numbing fear.
So
I don't want another one of those numbing fears because once you hit 3 in numbing fear, you can't use your hero points. Okay.
oh, you went through how the monster works. Cool.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you can do
You
that.
told us that we could, and I'm like, oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Part of the game is that you are experienced, so you more or less know how the monsters work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's at this point, I think Yabisi's gonna try something desperate,
Okay.
because these creatures are
They are taking
like
the people and flying.
there are
And
so
now,
many
because
of them.
you're trying to do an action roll or an ability,
I'm trying
whichever
to
you try to do, I
action
can
roll.
interrupt you.
You
So
can
I
interrupt
make an
me when I'm doing.
interruption here, and as
Okay,
part of my introduction, I spend a certain amount of monster points to
sure,
deal
go
an
ahead.
ability. So
All right.
what I am doing right here, because I have 6 points, I am going to start with numbing drone, which is 2 monster points. So I choose 2 of you. I'm going to pick the Monkey Eater, so Bloodlust, with Maeve, and I am going to choose um,
Mm-hmm.
Sammy. You two um, receive Numbing Drone. Two heroes increase Numbing Fear by one. So write down somewhere that Numbing Fear, you have it by one. If you get to three, you have two, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not good, and it makes it so that you can't use your hero points. Your hero, and I'm like, oh.
Love
Yes,
it.
okay, and because I interrupted you once, and I can keep doing stuff because I will interrupt you again to do that, and
Yeah.
so I am going to use another ability to showcase these guys,
Okay.
and that is a Psychic Screech by spending 4 more, so I go to 0 monster points. The Psychic Screech goes ahead, and a certain psychic energy goes through the whole ship, and two heroes, I'm going to say those are Baron Bakor. How was the second Baron? I can't read
Baron.
my own thing. Baron, what? Sorry,
Be- Bellamy.
Bellamy.
Bellamy. Okay, Baron Bellamy, and um, and Yabisi, you two get a red die. So you add a red die into your dice pool. So every time that you keep your dice pool increasing, the red die will still be there. Which, for as we said, doesn't have any hero points. It has four sides that have a monster point and two blanks.
It's
Side note,
fine. We're
if
fine.
the audio hadn't died on me, I had a sound for this. Ah,
No,
Oh no.
Poor
Oh,
we
Tony.
will get to that in the break, I
poor
suppose.
Tony.
anyway, I was really excited. I heard it. I was like, oh, I can play it. No, I can't. Never mind.
No, I
No.
can't. I can't do nothing.
No. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so
So we both
I
get a.
have no monster points, so you keep going.
Okay, so a red die instead of
One of
damage.
your point die.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna take what I was gonna do.
You go ahead.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm not interrupting you anymore. So
I have
go.
one hero point. My character is takes a deep breath, and as uh the solid mist, some of the mist solidify into ghostly spectral hands. And Sammy, you see click, 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 every single cannon on the ship is loaded. As these undead
Oh.
spectral hands come up and, like, just start loading all the gunpowder,
I love it.
all of the cannons, everything. You hear the creepy, ominous voices of the drowned dead coming to our aid, and I'm rolling 5 dice.
Now, ooh, go ahead.
You got
With one
these.
One
red
of them
die
is
there.
red.
Oh.
Yes.
Let's do this. Let's have fun, guys. All right. On my red die, I rolled a 5. So that's a blank, right? Not a hero point?
No, the way it works is that 1 and 2 is a monster point, and 5 and 6 as well. The 3 and 4 are always blank.
Gotcha. All right. 1, 2, 3 monster points, 2 hero points.
So,
Oof.
how many monster points you said?
3.
Oh, okay. Nasty.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh
And
no.
the way it works is, was that an ability? No. The only ability
Nope.
we had so
Nope,
far
it was
was the
it was a
monkey.
roll.
The monkey throne. Okay.
Yeah.
Baron's going to go ahead and take his step forward as he hears all of this noise, and he will raise his hand. The spectral chained hand doesn't lift. You still see this strange ghostly hand holding onto the chain. He looks towards some of the cards and then points to the Ten of Swords, and the chain yanks back, and you see one of the swords raise out of the card spectrally, and he grabs hold of it. As he swings it out, it forms into an actual cutlass blade, which is still dripping with water. And as he does, he takes it, swings it forward, and aims it towards the one that's still holding onto the crewmate that's sucking, I'm assuming, his brain
Yeah.
fluid out. Just points it to him. Going to assume that you aren't here for a casual conversation. That's fine. But that's my crewmate. Drop him.
Okay, is that an action roll?
Yes.
Go ahead.
If memory serves, I rolled 2 last time, so am I rolling 3?
Yes.
All right.
And a red die.
And a red die.
Uh-huh.
Just gonna do the ones that I have. Yeet. Where are you? You. And then I have to lock you and you and you. Roll. Ha ha. Okay.
What do we got? What do we got?
All right. So we have 3 blanks
Okay.
and a hero point. Then one of the red die was a blank
Okay.
because it was a 3.
Oh,
What was
3
it
and
then?
4 are the best numbers at this
So
point.
it's 2, 2, 3, and 5.
2, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So 2 monster points and 1 hero point.
Yes. 2 monster points and a hero point.
oh lordy.
I can live with that. I can live with that. It gives me a hero point.
Uh-huh.
It
Can I already spend a hero point then?
You can? Yes.
Uh, still aiming the cutlass over to that one. Just, not listening. All right. Maybe this will make you listen. And I'll raise my hand, and one of the other swords in the card shoots up towards that creature.
Oh,
And I'm
so
going to
dope.
use and I'm going to spend 2 hero points to use Black Waves, and I'm going to deal 1 damage.
Okay. Goes and destroys one of these creatures that falls into the water. So 1 additional damage. By the way, you can describe that you deal damage to these creatures because they are a swarm.
Oh, sweet.
You just know
Mm.
that you won't be doing mechanical damage to them by if you don't use an ability.
Hmm.
Mm.
So yeah, it's just as the spectral sword like pierces in, instead of them falling into the water, it seems to pull back down, and their body seems to go gray as you see a spectral form of them disappear back into the card. And you see in the card one of the swords has been impaled now onto a painted version of that creature onto the coffin.
So dope.
So,
Next, I want these things off my ship.
They keep flying everywhere, grabbing some more crewmates. Ah!
I think Sam,
oh
if you're
yeah, go
okay.
ahead, Sammy.
Sammy's is hearing this from Cat. Aye, aye, right. You'll hear. And then I think 2 things are going to happen here. Sammy is in response to this sort of numbing fear effect that's been going on. I think Sammy is going to like to the top of their lungs push this shanty even louder. Um, and
Try and cancel
Continue
out the
with the
sound a
shouts.
little.
I love it.
right to the and then the second thing that they are doing is you have the big like plunger usually used for the cannons. The cannons are loaded, so this plunger is now a bat. They are just swirling around. So and I'm gonna make a roll here. um that's so that is oh great. So 2 monster points and a blank.
Okay, you're giving me way too much fun here with the monster points.
It's wild. It's wild.
It's
Yes,
fine. It was
I'm.
just
Before
fine.
anyone else goes, I'm going to spend some.
Okay.
So I have 7 of those. What can I do here? So much fun. I am going
Good.
to start dealing some damage. I'm going to use Rending Extremities,
Okay.
which deals 2 damage to all heroes as these mosquitoes start to appear and just put their legs up to you and rend part of your skin on the path. And
Okay.
yes, and each hero makes a forced roll. What does this mean? A forced roll means that you roll your dice pool, however big it is, And if the result, in this case, is more monster points than hero points, you increase your numbing fear. So everyone roll
Um,
their dice pool.
Question for
No.
you. Since I
Yes.
just went, am I rolling what I rolled just a minute ago or +1 to that?
Um, every time that you make an action roll, the first thing you do is put an additional point die, and it stays in your dice pool. So you just did an
Whatever
action,
you.
so the point die is there in your
Okay, so
pool.
whatever I just rolled, it doesn't add till the next time I do something.
No.
It doesn't increase it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Okay, something I wanted to mechanically resolve before the forced roll because this is a
Yes.
passive power. So I get hit with how many points of damage? 2.
2.
I activate Spirit's Touch. Whenever you receive damage, you can decide to deal half that amount of LP rounded up to another target as well. And then I will also activate Baron's Eye. When one of your abilities deals damage to
Yes.
any target, you may heal yourself for half the damage dealt.
I
So
love
I
that
take
combo.
2 damage, boom, they take 1 damage, and I heal 1 damage. So the flavor of this is that as all of these things are, I'm assuming they're all swarming around like a horde,
Mhm.
pieces of ice, several like come towards us and like slice at me, and then Maeve, you see like all of the injuries, like the blood from all of my tattoos, and then all of
Mhm.
my tattoos all glow at once, and then the blood turns into a whole bunch of tiny little like shards, like almost like needles that fly out and like swarm and collide into all of the creatures around us. And then all of a sudden, you see the tattoos start to fade. And when they do, the wounds start to fade.
I think as soon as I
Nice.
see him start glowing, I duck at that point then.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Like, this is. We've been on the ship for a while now, so,
Mm-hmm.
like, anytime I
Yeah.
see you glowing, I know, okay!
Okay. Like, yeah. And
Going down.
now my force roll. I just wanted to get that out of the way because this is going to be
Yes.
bad. I got a lot of
Yes.
dice.
Okay.
This is real
Go
bad
ahead.
already.
All right. Here we go.
So let me know who has more monster points than hero points. There.
You have one from me, but I have 2 hero points, so I'm good.
We don't add any additional monster points or hero points when you make a forced roll.
Okay,
Oh,
cool,
It's
cool,
okay.
cool,
imposed
cool.
Cool.
on you.
My force roll is 2 hero points, 2 blanks, and 2 monster points.
So it's equals.
Equal. It's even.
So nothing happens to you. Whoever
I've
has more monster points than hero points gets 1 numbing fear. That's
That's
what
cool.
happens.
well,
I,
that's
That's
I
a cool little internal. How'd you do, Sammy?
not good.
Oh
I
no!
Ah,
still have never rolled a hero point.
respect the
Oh
hero point.
god.
I so yeah. I'm at like 15 rolls without a 5 or a 6. Mathematically, we are in troublesome territory.
Yes.
I,
Uh oh. Okay. Yeah, we are.
I
Dice rolls
tied.
are not
I
on your
tied. I
side.
tied on my points, so I'm good.
Good.
You're
How
good.
about you,
Okay.
Blood?
Oh my gosh. Who wants to go and try and take this thing on again? How many monster points did you spend?
I spent
Sorry, I have 7 written here, so I'm like, oh
running
no.
extremities is 5, so
Okay.
I have 2 left now.
Oh thank God.
Oh, good,
Uh.
lovely. Let's try and give you not anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and get get myself as well as Doc down to one of the lower parts of the deck, as
Okay.
well as potentially getting Doc into the water just to see if there's anything else coming up or
Okay. By the way, I just do not throw as many mechanics to you at this point because you are learning the system and doing a one shot at the same time. One of the abilities of these monsters is that anytime you use an ability, it deals damage to a ship. So because Hector did some abilities here, when you go below deck, you see one of these mosquitoes break into the side of the ship and go in there, dealing some damage to the brigantine.
stop blowing holes in my ship.
Yes.
But yeah, so I do the action roll, right?
You do the action roll.
Okay,
got this.
Going
dokie.
below deck.
Get some points. Get some points.
Well, that's a 6, a 5, a 1, and a 2.
That's some
So
points.
2 and 2.
That's some
That's 2
points.
points for
2
me,
points.
and then 2 points
And
for
2
you.
me. Yes.
A dub is a dub. We
Okay.
take those.
Um,
Yeah.
You know what? I would kill for that right now.
I would kill for
that puts me at 3.
that.
Who wants to go next? As you start.
Okay, I am going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to reposition and take 1 point of numbing fear.
Okay.
Because I haven't taken any yet.
Yeah. By
And
repositioning,
then
you
that takes
get
me down
remove
to
every.
2 dice, right? 1 red die, 1 regular die.
No. The
Or
red
does
dice is at
reposition
the
get rid of
end.
my red dice? Oh, shit.
Yes, that's the way that repositioning works. It's to make sure that you get rid of all your red dice and black dice.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to reposition. I'm going to take the point of numbing fear. Is that my action, or could I do something else?
I mean, you can keep going as much as you can. There is
Okay.
no order in this.
No worries. So I'm gonna reposition, take the numbing fear, and then I'm staying up in the crow's nest, so I still have like the vision. And then what I'm going to do is uh my character takes a deep breath and says whispers in his breath in his native tongue, Madre Huracan, and does this motion, and then all of a sudden, a spiritual effigy of Huracan, the goddess of storms and destruction,
Oh.
appears over my face and terrifies all of these things as this like
Okay.
ancient, angry, scary god. Because one of the things I can do without spending a point is scaring the hell out of an attacking pirate, and I'm just going to frighten them for a moment with the visage of the
Yeah,
storm
they
hurricane
they
god.
were going right by you, and the moment they see this, they just burst and go to
Not
Hero
that
different
one.
directions.
Hero point.
1 hero point.
Yay!
I rolled. I got a hero point.
Cool.
Okay, hero point. And then with that, I am going to as I frighten them, then I'm gonna spend oh god, or should I save it? Oh, this game, it's so challenging.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna spend 4 hero points right now that I finally have it. And I shoot Black Ichor as all of a sudden, like, it frightens them, and then all of a sudden out of her mouth, because it's like this big, scary, menacing woman made of clouds and storms, all of a sudden, Black Ichor comes out of her mouth like deep waves, and you can see all of these sea creatures within the dark waters like coming out of the mouth as Yabisi is just like focused and channeling the energies. And I shoot the Black Ichor, remove 2 monster points from the entity
Damn it.
as I weaken the creature
Okay.
in response. And that's it. Who would like to go next? I
think
am
I'm
deferring
gonna
to another
use-
player.
Sammy, do you want to try if you can get some hero points there?
I think that Sammy has gone silent here. I think they have gotten to the point where it is now like gritted teeth and bitten tongue as opposed to song. And you can see as I think they're going to try to continue whirling around with this plunger. And as you can see, sweat and blood drops are flying off of them into these creatures as they're just they're almost blind, whirlwindy, as they're
Right.
getting numbed and attacked and all of this, and nothing's quite going right. So let's see what we're up to now. I finally have gotten my first hero points.
Yay!
Yes.
So, and for the record, it's very nice. It's 3 hero points and a monster
Cool.
point.
Oh,
So,
One monster point only. Nice.
I'm really okay with that.
It had to happen at some point.
At some point, like I said, mathematically, we were in a wild territory,
Yep.
right? Like, it's gonna happen if you keep rolling the dice. So okay. I think I'm going to hold on to that for the moment. Um,
Okay.
we will see.
So this is what I want to do because I want to get into the mechanics. So my
Okay.
character is like summoned this hurricane goddess, has scared everyone away. See, Sammy is scrambling, and it's at this point I want Yabisi to get out of the crow's nest, crawl down dramatically, get back to back with Sammy, like drawing out this creepy little like ritual dagger that I own.
Yes.
Just kind of decorative. Uh, and I'm going to say perhaps a little bit of teamwork is what's needed here. Uh, and I would like to do a combo move with Sammy.
Ooh.
A team attack.
Yes.
I'd also
Heck yeah.
like.
Do you both have enough to use an ability?
Yes.
No, I have 0. No, I don't. I have 0.
You can
hero
make that the jump is an action roll if you want to.
Yes, I'm gonna jump down
Okay.
to my action roll. 1 hero point.
Awesome.
That's the one hero point. Cool.
Oh. Wait,
Okay.
before, what do you want to do?
I
Yeah,
don't
he can
know.
opt
I
in
wanted
as well.
to discuss it because, like, Tomas was telling us when we do a team attack, we pause, and then as players, we decide. My
Okay.
idea was that my character is... what I want to do is, like, above table, help Sammy get part of her milestone, because one of her milestones is fighting side by side with a crew member
Mm.
on her journey for love.
I love that.
Oh, you are looking
Yes.
for the love there.
Yeah, so I'm above table. I'm just trying to form like an in-character bond with Sammy so that mechanically Sammy could get some more experience bonuses, get some more powers, and maybe build a relationship between our characters as long as, like, for the one shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I just
absolutely
big buff
love that.
redhead, tall, skinny native dude. I don't know. People
Any
will
Yeah.
friends wants to
Uh,
opt in into this combo move?
hmm
You can all participate in it if you want to, but you
Yeah,
just
does
need to be
anyone
able
else want to join?
So I was gonna spend 3 of my hero points to
Mhm.
do guiding parrot. I may send the parrot to inform a hero of an entity's weak spot. Their next dice pool roll gets 2 extra hero points.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
and I was gonna
You
send
need
that
to be
over
able to do damage with the ability in order to participate in the team attack. Just so you know.
Well, it has to be damage.
Oh,
The
okay.
problem
Has
is,
to be
I only
damage.
have 1 hero point. That's the only issue, and the only damage attack I have is 2 hero points.
Okay, well then I can
actually-
do Sucker Punch.
Oh, what's Sucker Punch?
Sucker Punch is throw an octopus at the entity's eyes, splashing them with ink. Roll 8 point die. Subtract the number of HP rolls by the number of MP rolls. Deal 2 damage, and the entity cannot interrupt for an amount of dice pool rolls
Action roll.
equal to the remaining HP of the roll.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a very cool ability. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
8 point dice real quick, if that's so we know.
You can
Or
go
do
ahead
we
if
want to
you
wait
want
for
to,
that?
yes.
Bro, go for it. That sounds
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
Throwing the octopus.
I am yeeting the
Okay.
octopus.
So-
I just yeet my fucking animals all over the place. It's fine.
Real quick, is this as part of the combo move? Have we abandoned the combo move? I just want to keep it straight up here.
You can make it so that it's part of it.
It's
maybe.
it's in the same time frame.
It's
So
in the tape type, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's part of it.
I'm
You
blinding
can say
it.
it's part of
I'm
it.
blinding it for you really quickly. Hit it.
Yeah.
So you are doing the blinding with damage as well.
Yes, 2 points
Right.
of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sammy was doing a damaging ability as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, and how about Yabisi?
I'm the only one who can't. I only have 1 hero point.
Do we want to do an action roll before? So we
Yeah,
can-
I think one of the things I'm going to do is that once I hit the deck, I'm going to go in for like a necromantic, like when I hit the ground and I pull out the ritual knife, there's like it glows for a bit, and then like one of the spectral sea ghosts goes out and slashes out at the last thing that
Okay.
attacked Sammy when I hit the ground. Is
Great.
the idea. So that would be 3 dice, right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Nah, that's a monster point. I'm sorry. I tried.
That's okay.
I'm new to the system. I came up with the idea. I sincerely forgot that we needed hero points, and that's my bad.
That's
Uh,
okay.
It's fine. We got
I
this.
mean,
Oh
I
god.
can
is
make
there
it
any
so
way
that
I could like have a hero point so that we could show the stream how the
I'm going
system
to
works?
give you their
I
hero
mean,
point. Yeah,
I get to give
Okay,
somebody
like
2 extra hero points
yeah,
really
it's
quickly.
the
So
order of
like I can do that to Yaviti. Yavi gets two
Maybe.
points from my.
from
No,
the
I don't.
second roll.
I don't do that one. Never mind,
Yeah,
because
from the
I'm
second.
doing the other one. Never mind. Ignore
You were
me.
doing
Oh,
the
yeah.
other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah,
My
right.
brain.
Okay,
It's
because
all
all I
good.
want to do is use effigy stab, uh,
Yes.
like which is 2 points and it deals 2 damage.
Okay. Now give me a sort of cinematic scenery of how this is looking while the camera pans around you.
So when
You
Yabisi
all.
lands and like the ghost lashes out and he pulls out the dagger and then he turns to Sammy and is like, I think he said something like, I think maybe that I think
Teamwork.
maybe a little bit of back to back might be what we need to get out of this one, Sammy. And then I pull
Ooh.
out this creepy looking doll, like a puppet, like from one of my side bottles. And the spiritual dagger, you think I'm gonna go and like stab? No, I don't. I stab the dagger into the effigy
The
at the
effigy.
same time, and it starts to glow. And then all of a sudden, all these wounds, these stab wounds, start to appear on every single one of the creatures in the swarm, as if I had like hit all of them all at once. And it's just sort of like stab, and they all go like it's cascade of damage going through. Uh,
Nice. What is Sammy doing while this is happening? The
Yeah,
camera is
so
panning around this.
Sammy can't do their whirlwindy swinging of the plunger anymore because they'll hit the BC in it. But uh, so what they're actually going to do is they're going to unbutton the top two buttons of their leather waistcoat and reach in and pull out their trusty revolver.
Nice.
Um,
Yes.
and load it with there are these tiny little like I'm trying to think. So in the pocket of it is actually ammo. So they have these. They're not quite bullet shaped. They are I think closer to I don't want to say mini cannonballs, but I want like a packet of mini cannonballs in there.
Yes.
So this is a tiny revolver blunderbuss almost.
Like grape shot.
Which is exactly this is the sort of situation Sammy reserves this for is you've got a ton of a swarm of something, right? To make sure and so they are pulling it out and swinging and just absolutely firing into the mass here.
Okay. Firing while the effigy is being stabbed and the parrot is flying from the sky to sort of signal you where to hit it with the gun. And do you want to partake in it as well, Crimson?
Yeah.
what hero
Just
points you
so
got?
I have no hero points, so this will be an action to first see if I gain
Okay.
any. Um, he's going to kind of see all this happen, gesture with the chains, and as the chain lifts, it pulls the queen card up, the Queen of Swords, and it slides it over as you see it grow larger, and as he kind of like steps through it, the cutlass he holds changes into a much longer blade. But he seems to skeletonize a bit before he just kind of like the flesh reforges. And you see he is now physically holding the chains, which are now etched like almost into the ship, and some of them into the legs of the rest of his crew. And he swings them out as it essentially whirlwinds the rest of you around in a circle to better get you speed to shoot and fire at all of them. I'm going to see. I have to roll so many dice for the
Oh,
love of God.
here we go.
Roll
You've
hero
got
points.
this.
Hero, hero points.
You go,
Hero
you go, you
points.
go.
I just want
Hero to
hero
hero.
points.
That's my
Holy
type.
shit.
Hero to hero.
Okay.
that a
Two
good holy
blanks.
shit or a bad one?
2 blanks. One of them was a red die because I rolled a 3 on the red die.
Woo!
Nice.
3 hero points.
Yay!
Ooh.
Give me, what do I have? What do I freaking have?
There's some stuff.
Oh, I could do damage, but I know what I'm going to do. Who got hurt?
Oh, I did.
Yes.
Who's
And
looking
yes.
bad?
All
I
of us
think-
did.
Yeah.
Who's looking bad right now?
I have 3 hit points left.
I have 3 left.
I have 4.
I'm
So
gonna just roll it. I'm gonna roll a d6, and I'm gonna determine something because I don't care if I get hurt. For a very specific reason, I don't care.
Right.
The captain.
Yeah. Odds or evens?
Even.
I'll go odds.
Okay. So that is going to be as these chains like pull. This is just going to be to give some health. I'm going to actually. Do I want to do that or I want to? No, it just deals 1 damage. That's fine. The queen card that's holding the cup of overflowing wine that lifts as you see it like go into my hand, and I'm going to swing it out towards you. I'm going to swing it out towards Maeve, and as it
Oh.
like lands into your hand, you immediately start to feel as the wine drips onto your skin. You start to feel your cuts healing themselves as you heal. T- how much do you heal? You heal 2 points
Okay.
Life points.
as I am using Pelagic Dirge.
Back to full.
Cool.
Yay.
Okay, so this is all going on, and you managed to do some damage as well to these mosquito-like beings, and you damage one that is flying away with one of the crew members. And that one is hit. It just releases the crew member that falls to your side, and you see that part of the face, the skin was ripped off, and you see just the eye in there with all the bones and the blood pouring out, shouting, ah!
I'm going to,
Uh,
seeing the crew down, I'm just going to take the cutlass and just swing it very quickly down onto his neck just to end the suffering. Just
Okay, great. You do that, and I don't know if you think this is a good point to do a break.
I think that could be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mercy killing a crew member that got horribly dismembered by these creatures we're fighting. I feel like that is the perfect dramatic place for us to like take a break.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go and take a step back here, and we're going for a break. Coming back shortly. I suppose.
See you guys in a
It's your
second.
thing there.
Bonk.
Welcome back, everybody, to the One Shot Wonderarium. We are in the middle of some crazy on the water locust swarms, elder creature fighting going on right now, and it is wild and insane and awesome. Tomas, you want to bring us back in?
Okay, as you keep putting yourself back together, just blasting these locusts from the skies that are rending your crew members apart piece by tearing their flesh off and plunging the proboscis in the back of their heads to extract brain matter. Um, you find yourself just trying to create some strategy to end the lives of this being as the sort of um, how is it called, the drone of these locus is starting to put your minds in a numbing sort of space. You are starting to fight your own body as you are confronting this being. So as Baron Bekomi just ends the life of one of their crew members, just of pure
Mercy
just
kill.
mercy.
Mercy kill.
Yeah.
Mercy kill. Yeah.
How do you continue with this bloodbath?
Just so I could see if I can gain a little bit more hero points before I decide to reposition. Um, as I lift the cutlass off of the body, the the body already starts to turn gray as you see again this spectral shade pull out of the form and then wrap itself around the cutlass. And as I swing it out, the chains that the spectral form around me holds seems to tighten, and you see a series of chains wrapping around my arm and going up the length and then around my body. Just not quite yet, Cher. Not quite yet. Y'all ready to give up yet? Or are we gonna make this more fun for me?
One of them parks on the border of the brigantine, looking at you with their bulbous eyes.
You gonna answer me? And his head snaps to the right, and you see the spectral form's face like pushes forward. Or you gonna answer me?
Ooh.
Okay.
According to roll.
Are you making an action roll there?
Yes, I have to add another die, don't I?
Yes. Always a
Yeah.
point die.
Okay.
Getting scary, right?
Roll.
This is fine. This
Give me
is
a
fine.
freaking.
You got
Hero
this.
point.
Roll.
That's an unfortunate amount of bad dice.
Here we go.
That's a so I'm gonna have to I'm gonna reposition after this because that's real bad. So I did get a hero point, and then you get 4 monster points.
I'm at 8.
Ugh.
Ah.
I am going to start using some abilities here. I'm
Love
going to do
it.
another psychic screech, and one of those is going to go for Sammy. The other one is going to go for Maeve. The red dice. You replace a point die with a red dice. It's not that you
Gain a red dice.
get a red dice.
Okay, gotcha.
And that was how many monster points? That was 4 of those. So yes, and I am going to make it so that I'm going to use numbing drone again by doing 2
Oh
monster
no.
points. Yes,
Okay, how does that
increasing
work again?
it increases the numbing fear by 1 on the targets, and I choose the 2 heroes. So because I want to start have people go numb here, Sammy, you are getting hit by it, and Baron Becker, you as well.
That's I lose 2 points, all right, of life, right?
No, you
No.
just get 1 numbing fear.
Oh, I get 1 numbing
That's
fear.
something
Okay.
that you note down somewhere.
Well, that's
You got
3
3?
numb for me.
Okay, when you get 3 numbing fear, um, they cannot use hero abilities. So you cannot use hero abilities, and in order for you to go back to being yourself, a hero may reduce an ally snapping fear by 1 by making an action roll and replacing a point die with a red die.
I can do that for an
Ooh.
ally. I can reduce mine by making an escape, though. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you make an escape, you can decrease it by 1.
Yeah. I think Sammy, in response to this one, Sammy is still back to back with Ibisi.
Yeah.
So I think there's a moment where Sammy turns and puts a hand on Ibisi's shoulder. Um, and immediately after this combo shot, and you can tell they had been getting riled up and more shaken,
Yeah.
and this combo has sort of settled them for a half second. Um, and they look at you, put a hand on your shoulder, and just surprisingly quietly for as big as they are and for as chaotic as it is, just almost mumble thank you. Uh, and I think at that moment is when this next screech hits.
Yeah.
Um, and they are going to, in just pure reaction to that, backflip away. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work
Backflips.
because I'm rolling 5 dice and I can't roll any monster points for this to work.
Yeah.
Um,
Unless you have an ability that allows you to make an escape.
I do
You need
not.
hero points for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Um, so here we go. The odds are not in my favor.
Mhm.
But when have they ever been? All
Yeah.
right. That is 4 blanks and a hero point, baby.
At
Wow.
least
So
a
you
hero
managed
point.
to reduce it by 1 by avoiding the screech there.
Oh my god.
Rolling away just in time. Um, Excellent. That's dope. And by the way, just like we said before the break, because you battle side by side with a crew member, you hit one of your milestones as part of the Finding Love Hero Path, which gives you 1 XP and 2 SP. It should be, just say here,
Oh,
2 SP, and SP are story points, which are the hero points for doing
Downtime.
downtime. So you shouldn't worry about that because it's not part of our one shot. But just so you know, you gain those things as part of battling side by side with a crew member.
love it.
Um,
And then I got to awkwardly run away like most of us would do after
yes.
a weirdly charged moment.
A weirdly charged moment. Yeah, that's all good.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a moment where you're like, oh, I was not prepared for this. Run away.
Time to go.
Uh, you say thank you, and Yubisi's eyes kind of widen as this beautiful, like, red-haired beast of a woman, like, expresses gratitude to his, like, creepy, gangly self, and he just says, "You're welcome." As, like, she does her dramatic backflip and the screech happens. Uh, actually, uh, would have an intimate moment interrupted by the entity also count? Or do we
Oh,
have to set up
Yes, we
another
can.
framing?
We can make it happen. We can make it happen. So 2 milestones there that you completed out of this particular
Yes.
scene. Um,
I'm just imagining this is happening. Both fucking Maeve and Bellamy are like, now.
Really?
Now
Do you
now
really
they
need
finally
to
realize
now?
it? This is like, you know what this reminds me of? There's a move in Thirsty Sword Lesbians that says, in the middle of trouble, kiss.
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna take an action. My action is, uh, as
An extra
she
roll.
like
Okay.
backflips. I'm gonna do a roll. She backflips out of the way. I'm going to go and kind of get in low, and kind of catch up with her. And then as I do that, I'm going to manipulate the mist to give her cover so that it blinds the creatures that are coming at
Alright.
her while she's trying to pivot away. So that's, and I believe I'm rolling two dice for this.
I don't know how big your dice pool was. I can't
It
keep
was
track
it
of
was
that.
one. I
Okay.
repositioned. So
Yeah,
I'm
this
getting
is.
down to 2.
Mhm.
1 monster point, 1 hero point.
Okay, one hero point. My monster right here. Good to know.
1 monster point, 1 hero point. Uh, uh, and then I will like get up and I will just be like, it's strange how you find out what actually matters when you find yourself on the very precipice of death. Speaking of death, Captain, orders?
Didn't change. Kill them.
Hmm. Uh, and it's at that time I'm going to take another action in response to the captain's orders. And you see the smoke coming around, the mist coming around me once again. And then I'm going to once again conjure the visage of Huracan to frighten them even more while they're in midair in response to the
Okay.
captain's orders.
Cool.
And that's a roll
Six
because I
is
only have 1
hard.
hero point. I'm up
Yes.
to 3 dice now.
3. Yes.
1 hero point, 1 monster point. So uh
I'm 4 now.
2. Okay. Um uh and I will defer to another player. Does anyone else want to
Yes.
do anything? Otherwise, I'll just keep going until the
Maeve.
monster interrupts me.
Maeve, what is your character
Uh,
doing, by the way, that we haven't heard from her in a bit?
Yeah.
Um, I think Maeve is mostly just like ducking and weaving, and like if anything comes close to her,
In the crow's
she
nest?
has a
In the
Well, no,
crow's
because
nest
I
still?
had come down
No, he's down.
Oh, you
to
went down.
the
Yeah.
Yeah.
deck now.
Cool.
Reaching out, slicing, because I have knives.
Mhm.
So they have knives that are just like, if anything comes near her, trying to like just keep them as far fucking away as possible, and ducking and weaving and making sure that my parrot is kind of like relaying new information to everybody and making sure that the info is keeping up to date.
And Tim clinging on your side with one of the guns.
Yeah, basically, Tim is just kind of hanging on to my shoulder, shooting things.
With one arm and one leg.
1 arm and
Absolutely.
1 leg.
His tail is like wrapped around my arm.
Yes.
And basically just like making sure that everyone has the most up to date info we have about these things.
Cool.
I don't know if that would be an action roll just to have
Yes.
the bird be doing the thing, but
You
you know.
you don't have to ask me those things. You can just say and you make it an action roll.
Go for it.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so that's. Oh, and then I add one more because we're doing this. Awesome, that's a hero point. That's a hero point. That's a blank. That's 2 monster points.
Hey. So I'm going to do some stuff here
No.
Uh-oh.
because I really want you to go numb.
No!
Here we go.
So more numbing drone. That's 2 monster points for my part to increase numbing fear by 1. I'm going to go with Yabitsi because Sammy was in the middle of the mist, so I'm supposing
Yeah,
that these guys are not able to see them.
exactly.
And so Yabitsi and Maeve, you two get 1 numbing fear.
1 numbing fear. Okay.
Yes.
I'm at 3.
Oh no. Okay.
It's
You got to
fine. We're
3?
fine. I'm at 3.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay. So I hit 2 in numbing fear. Uh uh and it's at that point I say, Captain, and I pull out my effigy. Uh Perhaps it is time we show these creatures the true power of the dead of the sea. And he like rears back his ritual dagger, stabs into the effigy once more. Um, but as he like does that, like the effigy starts to like tremble and spark, and glow with the same light as that kind of comes from within the various tarot cards that the captain is spending. I would like to present a group attack. Crimson, do you have enough hero points to do a damaging attack as the captain?
I have. Well, how many hero points do I have? 1 second.
I forgot to ask. I apologize. I
I
should ask
have.
before.
You're good. I have 1 hero point. I can do
Oh, no.
nothing.
Ooh.
Yay!
I need 2.
Never mind. For flavor, it looks like the same light as the captain. As I like stab into the effigy again, and all of a sudden, like in the mist, all of the creatures like feel like they're getting hit all at once. And I spend 2 hero points and do effigy stab and deal 2 damage to the swarm.
Yes. By the way, I forgot to say last time, when you do a team attack, after do it, a certain interesting mechanic happens that I forgot to say. So it is that everyone rolls their dice pool, and everyone makes as if they rolled the best dice pool rolled.
Oh.
So if we want to, we can do that now for the last time that you did.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
So
Okay.
which ones did participate on the last one? You
It
four,
was-
right?
It was
I
it was 3
did.
of you.
I
There was
did,
3 of
Tony
us.
did,
Yeah.
and then...
Yes.
I did not.
Yeah.
And that,
Anyone by the captain. So I can't recall how many dice you had at that moment. I fucked up. Sorry.
no worries.
But
You're good.
let's say that
I had 4 at the time.
I think I
probably
had
the
like
ones that you have now,
5.
if you want to.
I'm gonna use the ones I have now because
I don't know. You have low.
So yeah, I have
3 monster points.
And how many hero points? None.
None.
Oh,
Oh wait, to get the best the group rolls?
Yes.
The
the
group
best
takes
of
so
the
if-
group rolls is the one.
It's
that
the best
Oh.
group rolls. I rolled 3 monster dice, like a
Okay.
3 points, like for 3 monster points. So
Gotcha. I was trying to do math. Did we say we're using what we have right now or what we were
I'm
having
using
back
what I
then?
have right now because I can't remember what I had before.
Yes.
Mm.
Unless
Yeah.
you do remember.
Unless you do remember, and then you use what you have right now. Like
Okay,
I
okay.
legitimately do not remember because I've been
Okay.
like trying to
think-
move as fast as I can.
I think I had 4 because immediately when we came back from break, I used 5 to run away. So
Okay.
That's-
So I had the
that's
right.
worst roll.
1 second here.
2 hero points,
okay.
1 blink, 1 monster point.
3
Okay.
hero points and 1 monster point.
I think
So-
yours is the best. Is yours the best?
For now, yeah.
think
And
so.
Yeah,
how
3,
was
yeah.
your bloodlust?
2 hero points, 1 blank, and then a monster point.
So 2 hero, 1 monster, and you decide among the 3 which one you prefer. To
I want to
sum
go
to
for the
your...
3 hero, 1 monster. I think that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone gets 3 hero points, and I get 1 monster point.
Is it
Ooh.
every one of the group or just the ones that rolled?
The ones that participated in the team attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
nice.
That's
Can I make
certainly
an
dangerous.
escape really quick,
Yeah.
then?
So the game encourages you to do team attacks. Pretty much.
Oh yes, it does.
Oh, absolutely.
So I still spend the 2 points to. Does anyone join that has hero points want to join me for this attack?
So it has to be a
Damaging.
it has to be a damaging. Dang it.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
really quickly then.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make an escape so I can join in on this. Is that cool?
You can make an escape to remove one of your numbing points. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sweet. And that would just be my point die with another one.
Do you have an ability to make an escape, or?
Yeah,
are
but I
you-
can't use my hero points right now.
Oh, right. Yes. You can only make
Otherwise,
a-
I would yeet a fucking octopus. However,
Helpful note. Maybe powers that let you escape should ignore the whole "you can't do hero actions" rule.
As a thing, could I also go ahead and make a roll just to see if I could gain any hero points to actually do a team attack?
Yes, Chad.
Yeah, as
you can describe it, or...
as you stab this effigy, you see my head turns to look back at the essentially avatar of the goddess.
You're a
As you
jade.
see these chains start to erupt out of the waters and seem to wrap around her own arms as well.
Ooh.
Well, if we're gonna go that far. And you see the devil card lift slowly.
Ooh.
And I'm going to roll. I'm not gonna reposition because I need all of these dice. I need hero points so bad.
Go home.
Now is when I get 8 monster points.
Ah!
Get ready.
Oh my god! I have a lot.
Out of what?
All right, so you can gain 2 monster points out of this. I'll take my 3 hero points,
Yeah.
Okay.
which means I can do a team attack.
No. You can or can't?
I can.
Can.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
Alright.
god, I can do a. Oh no. Oh,
Real quick.
This will be fun.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Never mind. Okay.
Nope. Never. No. Yeah. Sorry, I
What?
forgot how much of each thing required what.
This is gonna be fun.
Well,
So-
I spent my 2 points.
How do I make an escape?
Stab the effigy,
Um,
focusing and channeling with the captain.
Mhm.
Is there something
Okay.
that you want to do before I go ahead?
Me?
No.
I'm trying to figure out
Maybe.
where the make an escape thing is, so I can read it, and I'm not finding
so
it.
make an
Oh, no,
escape.
that was
is-
just something Tomas has told us that we can do.
It's in combat.
It's a standard action roll. Oh, it's in combat.
It's in the combat
Ah.
section.
I also
But-
found it at the bottom of the Mind Taker Locust Swarm stat block. That's actually where I found it.
Wait, yeah. Make an
Okay,
escape
so it's just
has a
an
certain
action.
thing it does.
Yeah.
But the monster has special mechanics for make an action. Some monsters
Okay.
do have that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did the make an escape. I got 3 4s, a 5, a 3 on my red die, so that's a blank, and then a monster point.
Yeah. Okay.
Neat.
Just to sort of say for the audience there, the fact that every monster implements their own sort of unique mechanics to the myths, even though they are very simple for the EM to run because the names themselves give you the details of what it does, is so that, for example, if you played a game like Monster Hunter on the PC, every single beast that you're hunting behaves differently and you have to study them before you approach. So this game gives you that sort of feel to the monster that you fight. That's the thought process behind.
Alright, so then, make an escape. I'm down to 2 numbing fear, so I'm going to sucker punch, and I'm gonna throw an octopus again, because I would like to get myself down to 1 numbing fear.
Cool, okay.
Meaning I roll 8 die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. It does 2 damage, and then it ran away.
Is this a part of the team attack or is this a different thing?
This is part of the
For
team
my-
attack.
Part of the team attack. Got it.
Got it.
Yes, this is part of the team attack because I have to make sure that it does damage, but also I get to escape again. So for the next, I deal 2 damage. The entity can't interrupt for 1 amount of dice pool rolls, so that doesn't really matter much. The next one you can't do anything on.
It was like a stun effect.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
And then I can
It's
make
like a
an
bunch,
escape
yeah.
again. So does that put me down to just 1 numbing fear?
So
or-
just one numbing fear, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm getting
Every
the
time you make
rules.
an escape,
And on my end, as this is happening, the devil card wraps over me, but instead of me remaining there, it's just this sheen of smoke and shadow. You can still hear the chains rattling, and then just from that darkness and miasma, you hear, Yo, oh, hands. As stepping out of the darkness, a new figure dressed in a much more comfortable long purple overcoat a snake slithering up a staff that is then wrapping around his hand. He tips a tricorn hat down with a skull on the front, and as he lifts it, you just see this face painted golden skull. Um, and as he smiles and snaps his fingers, the ship erupts in this black miasma as I'm dealing 5 damage.
Oh,
5 damage. Cool.
Damn.
And just as he
Damn.
extends the hand out, a pleasure to greet y'all, Cher. Been a while since I've been out.
Oof.
Always good to see you.
Some of these
Papa
creatures
G.
start to
Uh,
explode in the air, dropping the ones crew members that had them and leaving them on the ship or falling into the seas.
is it possible for me to retroactively do something before our team attack here?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
Because
allow it.
I have 5 hero points here, which allows me to do something really cool and then a damaging something. I've been trying to use some of these other abilities the whole time, so I got really excited about it. So we're gonna start with increasing my loading. We're gonna use Fistful of Nails.
Ooh.
And I misread this, so it doesn't actually matter when it happens, but I thought it did. So it increases loading, but the next time I deal damage with Kaboom, that enemy takes damage from the next 3 hero attacks. It takes 1 additional damage per. I thought it applied to the team attack. So, but that's still, once I get Kaboom, we're going hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all going hard here.
So
So,
you're
really quickly,
Going. Yes.
then in that case, I'd also like to spend 3 more of my hero points because I have a shit ton suddenly.
Okay. I'm
Um,
going to interrupt you because you're doing a lot of stuff.
Yes, 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 I'm
Interrupted.
sorry.
Here we go.
So I am.
Should we
going-
roll for the team attack thing first before you interrupt?
Or does the interruption go off first?
Did you, Blastlot, want to do this before the team attack?
I wanted to get it off before so I could give
Okay.
Tony, because I'm just sending my parrot over to Tony to give him 2 more hero points.
Hero points. Okay.
So
in
that's
so-
what's getting interrupted.
I'm going to interrupt that before the team attack so that you don't pile up too many hero points there. I am going to use Rending Extremities. Going with
Stop it.
Mr. Scary Man Baron Bekomi there.
The
And-
scary man.
Yeah, with the Scary Man and with Yabitsi as well.
Oh. Okay.
The 2
So
powerhouses.
you two take 2 damage, and each of you make a force roll.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I
take
don't.
2 damage
I
and a
died.
force roll.
And you know what's gonna happen.
Okay. So I
So-
took 2 damage. You were doing a force roll. Does that add another die?
No, force roll doesn't add a die.
Okay,
Only
so I'm
action
rolling
rolls do.
4 dice for this.
Mhm.
Now, do I have to make a force roll for
Yes.
because of the thing that's going to happen? Okay.
Yeah. That's how these things work, unfortunately, I think.
Before we do this, and then you can have your revival.
Which makes the next part even
Literally.
scarier.
I do love how we have accidentally jammed 17 things in between before the thing
what
that we were
happened.
gonna do.
I tied. This is fine.
Yeah, no, I did not tie. I got 1 hero point and 3 monster points.
So you get 1 numbing fear.
I'm paralyzed, and all of a sudden, how do
You're
I do
numb?
the team attack if I'm paralyzed now? Does that mean my action is
Oh.
canceled and I get my hero points refunded?
Make an escape.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
but
do that.
Then I could
You
get
couldn't-
interrupted again.
Wait. I got it. If you'll let me, I'll take on a red die into my point to give my ally 1 less numbing.
Oh.
How does
Yeah,
that
you
work?
can do that.
Because that's in the. So it says a hero may reduce an ally's numbing fear by 1 by making an action roll and replacing a point die with a red die.
Oh yeah, when they go numb, yeah, that is right.
So for this
Yeah.
next action roll, or do I have to make the roll about this?
I just want to clarify,
You make the
as
roll about
somebody
this.
who is trying their best to keep track without an initiative system, we are kind of locked. Because I started the team attack, I got the numbing fear, which warps the timeline so that the team attack never started.
The fact is that we did one thing before the team attack, and that's what sprang this whole thing to happen.
Yeah.
There might need to be a rule that states once a team attack is declared and started, no other actions may be taken.
Yeah.
Because we have literally taken a chain of actions that no longer allows the team attack to exist.
The thing is that I can only interrupt action rolls, not abilities.
Mhm.
Right, which is what I'm letting Sammy know, because Sammy, if you make that action roll, Thomas will be able to interrupt.
Well,
I
then
will
you
say
should.
that I can't in that case. I'm going to
Question
take
then,
note here.
because the thing that kicked this off was me using my ability, wasn't it?
All right, all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
There was no roll.
you can't interrupt
That's right.
abilities.
I
You can
can't
only interrupt
interrupt.
rolls.
Oh.
So you don't
Oh.
die, you don't take damage. I am absolutely sorry about it.
No, you're
No.
good. You're good. You're good.
It's good.
Okay.
We're playtesting.
Playtesting.
I'm a
This
little
is
upset.
active playtesting. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
like, it was just like, blah, 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 and then like, wait.
Wait. Steps back.
Let's rewind there.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
we
resolved
contemplated
itself.
these things, just that we misinterpreted this.
You did such a good job with the system. Even
Honestly.
when it's broken, it fixes itself.
But yeah, so
Um,
because it's 3 hero points to send my parrot to inform a hero of an entity's weak spot. Their next
That is
dice
right.
pool roll gets 2 extra hero points.
Yes. Now we can do the team attack, and then I'm going to hit you.
Yes.
If I survive.
Okay. Effigy, 2 points. Captain Devil Scariness, 5
5
points.
points. Choking. what is this called again?
Octopus 2
It's
points.
choking waters.
Okay, Octopus Bomb. Okay, Choking Waters. Octopus Bomb, 2 points. And then Sammy, what do you got for us?
Sammy, pistol still out, 2 points.
2 points. Boom.
Oh, we are 14 hit points that you.
For
life points that
for
you have
1
removed.
damage point. Sorry, 1 damage point.
Oh, wow.
It was 2
Okay.
hero points to use.
Yeah,
but
gotcha.
1 damage point.
Okay, 13. You have dealt 13 life points to this thing.
In 1 hit.
No,
Technically.
it's from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Oh. And now we're really turning
Oh,
it
it's
around.
about to go down though.
Yeah.
It's about to go down really hard.
I'm
Do
going
you want us to
to.
make our team attack roll for what points we get?
Oh, that's right. We gotta roll.
Yes.
All of us gotta
You
roll.
Alright.
make the roll
Alright.
to see how we do.
That's a monster point.
Okay, ooh,
More
baby.
monster
Yeah.
points.
That is delightful. Holy shit. Y'all, we're gonna use my roll probably, because that's 5 hero points and no monster points.
Dang.
Wow.
I got 3
Mine
hero
is-
points and 1 monster point.
Minus 2
Holy
hero
sh-
points, but 4 monster points.
1
So
hero
not
point,
mine.
1 monster point. I'll take the 5 hero points.
I'll take the 5.
Okay, and I get nothing.
That puts
Wow.
you up to 8.
Y'all, the luck has swung back around here.
Yes.
This is
It's math. It's math.
this is how it's going.
Yeah,
Math
I'm
is
waiting for the
mathin'.
hammer to fall now, because that thing has
Woo.
8 frickin'
Um,
monster points.
No, not that many rounds. No.
Oh, it does
because-
it? Okay.
Because
Oh
it had
no,
to use.
I didn't
You
do
didn't
damage,
do the
so
thingy,
I-
so you have
I
those
didn't.
back.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Do the thingy. Do the thingy, please.
I am.
Please hit me.
We are tied for points with the bad guy,
We got
y'all.
the masochist here.
Like we caught up, but we paid a price.
We are tied.
Okay.
Well, I am. I
was
have
gonna
8
say,
hero points. I have 8
I-
hero points. Like
I think
the
I
mon-
have
many you got?
7.
7 hot.
No, I have 9 because I got the 2 from the bird.
Yep.
hmm
All right, what's the creature do? We're waiting.
Oh, okay. Now I am going to do the random thing, and I'm going to do it on the two casters, on Baron Bekomi and Yabitsi.
I just keep
Bad.
throwing a monkey
No.
at people. Or an octopus at people.
And we're cool with this, right? Even though nobody rolled
I'm
anything.
fine with
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Okay,
Vinny-
cool.
I'm
Vinnyson
fine
is
with
having
this.
a laugh there.
Let Tomas do it.
Are you alive there, Hector?
I am alive.
Yet. Okay.
It's especially delightful. Javante really
Two
wants
things.
this.
Two things happen. I don't know if this works in the two things happen because of the wording of one, so you'll have to tell me because playtesting.
Okay, yes.
So the first thing is twice dead. So the first time I'd be downed in each combat, I'm automatically revived at my starting life points and do not gain a scar.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I'm
That's
automatically
nice.
When
back
you go
to full.
down, you get a scar, but you keep going, pretty much. In
The second
combat,
thing
Hmm.
is release the beast within. But its wording, and this is why I'm asking, is when I
Okay.
am downed, I can decide to deal 2 damage to everyone in my location. Does twice dead supersede that?
No, they are combos.
Sweet. So this
We
rend
like playing with
occurs.
combos in this game.
This rend occurs. You see the form of Geed sort of seems to shift and fade, and then the smoke regathers. The parts stitch themselves back together, and he holds out his hand as the snake slithers up and forms back into a chain, looks at the thing that did this, and just goes, "Now that's impolite," and sends the chain out. It wraps around its neck and pulls it forward as
Yes.
the soul comes with it.
Dude.
Mm.
And as that happens, because I also have passive abilities, I get hit with 2 damage, right? From the
Yes.
creatures. As I get hit with 2 damage, once again, you see it. The first person to see it is Maeve.
He's lying!
You see the glowing of the tattoos as they all start to glow all at once. And that as he does that, Yabisi like focuses the energy of the tattoos and like takes the damage and then and you see all those little needles of like searing, almost like burning like light come out of his tattoos and just ricochet into all of the creatures, doing half damage, just 1. And then I activate Baron's Eye, and every single one of them hits. The tattoos start to fade, and you see his wounds start to close. So they take 1 damage, and I heal 1 damage.
Nice. Okay. Lots of magic mumbo jumbo going on here.
And then
I have an octopus.
as
Octopus.
as that happens, now that I have 8 hero points, I'm gonna
Cool.
spend.
Are you doing damaging?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm going to. All right. You guys want me to slow the monster down or make? No. I'm gonna have fun. It's a
So
one shot.
I will say I am about to unleash hell here.
You're gonna
So
unleash hell
if
on
you
it?
want to start setting some stuff up,
I'm gonna eat a monkey.
I think what
gonna
my
choking
character is gonna
darkness again.
do is take a deep breath, and take in some of that mist, and then I'm gonna spend another 4 hero points and shoot Black Ichor, and just
Okay.
and like out to the creatures, and it like hits them. You see like coming up from the ocean, and I'm gonna remove 2 monster points from the enemy, and I will let my
Oh.
other friends do the team attack. Or no,
Okay.
actually, no.
You
That's
gonna
a one
initiate
shot,
a team
and then
attack?
I'm spending 2 more hero points. Hold on, 8, 4, 6. I'm gonna spend a total of 6 hero points, and I'm activating. First, I'm activating that, and then as I do that, and I see out of the corner of my eye the lovely, fire-haired Sammy. I then very quickly hold my effigy, flick my ritual knife, look at her. Time for the big shot, and then stab into the effigy, activating my spell again
Oof.
to
Okay.
team up with
Okay.
Sammy for a team attack.
Real quick. So there was one thing I wanted to do before the team attack.
Oh
I
no,
apologize
I'm
to do this again,
sorry.
but that is that's okay. We can still, if you're doing damage, we can still do this without because I still have. I was just gonna add another thing of loading. Uh, but we can do without it. It should be fine.
Well, you can always do what I do and do loading and then spend more points and then
Well,
activate the big thing. Or do you not
that's
have
exactly
enough?
what we're about to do. So yeah, I can totally do both. Okay, so I am going to use powder cake here. Increases loading by 1, reduces the cost of kaboom, and um, there is, I think, a moment where Sammy turns as you're about to say this time for the big shot, and Sammy once again finds their voice, but this time it resonates in a way that actually creates a siren's song that is protective. Um, I gain a point of shield as well here. Um,
Okay.
and now we can do the team attack here.
Okay.
Right.
And as you do that, the dagger, like, he spins the ritual dagger, goes into it, and this time he looks at one of the creature's eyes, and then very deliberately, like, plunges it into the eye of the effigy as he's looking at all of them. And you see, like,
Hulk deal.
just an invisible dagger just plunge into like all of their eyes all at once. And when he says that, he says, "Rum is on me tonight, love."
Ooh.
That's perfect because Sammy is looking and will pull out a match, and CB has the like the needly like sort of rough edges, right? Um, so this is going to be one of those wet strike on anything matches. Um, and Sammy is going to look at them and say, "I can feel the heat already. Strike it and light the cannons for a kaboom." With that match.
Nice. All
Um,
right.
Kaboom
Let's
does
go
2
down.
base damage plus 2 for each stack of loading. So that is 6 in total.
+2 for the
Okay.
ritual daggers is a total of 8.
I'm going to say they all, as you go back in back, trying to do this, they all pile up and launch themselves towards you, like on one same aligned. Let's say. Tell me
Oh.
how you finished it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think that we were quite done with the team attack yet.
Oh, you want to keep it going? Go ahead, please.
Captain,
This is
you
going
have
to
hero
be
points to join us.
if this is going to be I have 5 hero
Please
points.
spend
man.
everything.
Yes.
Dump it.
If this
Go.
is going to be the final shot for these things, I think that the other because Maeve, do you have hero points? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone take part of this, please.
Yes.
Let's end on a
Yeah, I
vibe,
think I'm
on
just
a kaboom.
sending Tim up there real quick, and he's just hitting the sky real quick and shooting things. Because I have
And as
Untamed Macau.
and as that's
Macaco.
happening, as this is all occurring, the chained hurricane raises her hand as you see her form starts to shift as the chains continue to gather until a skull-like mask seems to form in front of her face as the captain's own hand lifts. I'm also still going to use the choking darkness, but as the cannonball fires, the hand catches it and shatters it into 1,000 shrapnel shards that rain back down onto the enemies, essentially.
Okay, give me a glimpse of how this whole scene is panning out,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
This big finale on
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maeve, how are you contributing? Like,
So
Yes.
I'm sending Tim up, and I think at this point, since there are already things up in the air that can be shot at and made to explode, I think he's aiming for those rather than the actual entities, just to make even bigger explosions.
Oh, so can I modify to work with you here?
Mhm.
Can I modify that this kaboom shot is a whole powder keg shot, and your creature is the one to actually detonate it when it hits the creature.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. The monkey's flying there. The effigy is being stabbed. The chains are appearing with this hurricane, uh, destroying and dismembering all this. I'm going to say the name of these things right now. The Mind Takers. As you manage to plunge them and destroy them with this big kaboom, and fall into the ocean, ending them
Oof.
for good.
As
Um,
their graying bodies continue to fall, this gathered green spectral form slowly begins to coalesce into a single card, which falls back into his hand as Papa Gede kind of vanishes out, and it's back to the Baron. And as he flips the card around, you just see as a throne is formed out of their screaming bodies, like essentially, with a smiling Papa Gede sitting on the card with the Emperor etched into the bottom of the card itself.
um,
So
if
cool.
you're okay with this, Hector,
Yeah.
I think so. As the bodies of the locusts rain down, the shield is actually almost like somebody with an umbrella in a rainstorm. You can
Yeah.
see the bodies of the insects falling down,
Yeah.
as there's explosions in the background. Sammy is, of course, back to the explosion, as any good explosives and gun expert should be.
I'm
And
trying to
I
catch him.
think in that moment, I think they grab are you wearing a tunic or like what?
No, I'm
What sort of?
naked except for sailor's pants.
Okay,
So you
well
can
then,
literally put your arm around my waist if you want.
yeah. So yeah, it's grabbing by the waist, pick up for a kiss.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the effigy and the knife, and I'm gonna put my hands to her face and passionately kiss her, and let her big muscular arms take my lithe form, like, and just envelop it in this intense, passionate kiss
Viva
after
el
this
amor.
insane battle.
It's like a second. We let that go by to look over to Maeve. Raise anchor, please.
My long hair billowing in the wind.
Gotcha.
Just 1 minute, Captain.
Just
I've
gone.
been waiting for this.
Do what you need to do. Just need the anchor raised. Now we'll head back to the front of the ship,
Drowning
letting
in
that
this.
happen behind me.
They're just
back to the
making
front
out,
of
and
the
we're just
ship.
like getting everything going.
Everything ready. It's this beefy
kicking
redhead
dead
Irish
bodies off my
bodybuilder
ship.
woman and this thin,
Gangly little
brown,
thing.
indigenous. Yeah, I love it. It's so
Kick
perfect.
dead bodies off my ship, pick up the octopus, and just rest him on my shoulder.
Yes.
With this, you will all gain, I think it's 2 XP that you get for defeating this monster. You need 15 XP in order to get an ability, which is the leveling up in this game. If you manage to get a milestone that gives you XP during a combat, you can level up mid-combat, which is dope. Um, but yeah, you keep
So
sailing into the darkness.
I have
Go ahead.
one more thing, if you're okay with it. So I was actually able to complete 3 of my milestones for the backstory because give a finishing. Well, no, this wasn't an entity of difficulty 3 or more, was it?
It was difficulty 3, I think.
Oh
Was it?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's difficulty 2, but we were about to move it to 3. So yeah, let's say that you did.
Okay, that means I get uh I got 3 milestones completed for finding love, which means I can have a finale for finding love.
Yes.
So forge a new companionship in a landmark. I'm not 100% sure exactly what the finale of this does.
Yes, you create a moment of ultimate union with your crewmate, now a partner. You have found love and an incredible ally to have on your side. Roll on the table below to establish your finale. You roll a d6. I don't know if you've already done that.
Oh gosh. Let's see what
I-
happens to my character, guys.
I just for the record, a 1 means their character dies. But
All good.
there are ways to bring them back. So
Yes, it's a
that is a 6.
fixed. Your companion only agrees on forging a bond between the two upon a certain condition that needs to be solved.
I think we have to get your revenge first, right?
No, I don't want
No?
revenge. We
I'm
have to find
revenge.
out the
Oh,
secret
okay.
that I want. Uh,
Oh.
We gotta go break
uh,
into a
I think
noble's house.
ultimately, maybe the final scene for the one shot, just to kind of tie up your finale, is he's going to say, "We live in dangerous times. We almost died, Sammy. I want to commit myself to you as more than just a crewmate. But I have to find a way to drive the crown from this place. There are many secrets in these oceans, and I think that maybe this hoarder that we're hunting might be hiding the secret, and considering we just came into sea creatures that neither of us have ever seen. Let's go into these waters. Let's find out what's hidden here. And if you can help me push the crown away with what we find, I will be yours. Forever." And I just affectionately put my hand on her heart. And I cannot ask you to do the same for me. Because this quest will take me from you. What did she say?
Oof. Sorry, I thought we were fading out before the reaction.
Nope.
I
You
React.
can.
I so I think, I mean, the simple I think the simple answer is, Sammy would look and say, um, anywhere you go, I'll be there.
Well then. To the dark waters then. And then I take her hand and I look out into the ocean as we continue to sail off into unknown waters.
The camera pans away, leaving the
Yes.
boat behind. Do you want to do the description there? I think you had something in mind.
I was just saying, like the camera slowly panning out
Yes.
as you see the ship moving forward deeper and deeper into darkness.
Yes.
As just the credits starting to roll slowly as the whole scene steadily does a dissolve fade out.
Yes. Amazing.
Oh my
That
lord.
was fantastic, you guys.
I wanna keep playing this
There we
game.
go.
What
Oh,
a
yeah.
system!
I wanna keep playing this game.
Oh,
Okay, just to more or less state how the finale worked in there, because you asked for a favor, you need to accomplish this favor as a way to end your hero path and get the finale.
Mm.
The finale here for Find Love is you get an ability named Lovely Combination. Once per combat, when battling along your companion, you can use this skill to get +5 hero points.
Damn.
Wow.
So it's a huge plus on your
Oh, yeah.
side. Um, and that is the beginning of a chapter of Sailors to Kraken Seas, the setting that is part of Rush and Punch, the role-playing game that is being play-tested right about now. Thank you all for being a part of this. It was amazing to see you just go ahead and create such a fascinating cinematic combat.
I
Thank
was
you
just
very
throwing
much.
animals everywhere. It was so much fun.
This was amazing. So once again, you've been watching the One Shot Wonderarium here. We've had some amazing folks on screen. We're going to go back through and I'm going to give everybody a chance to tell folks where they can find you in case they're like, oh my God, I got to get some more. Right? So let's go ahead. Let's start in that upper left-hand corner. Javante.
Hi everyone, my name is Javante, resident TTRPG Goblin. Where can you find me doing things? Funnily enough, hey, you want more pirate shit? Do you want to see me on the other side of the table? Next Thursday and every bi-weekly Thursday, you can catch me on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/clip613, where I'm running Set Sail, a One Piece D&D adventure in which our party Just recently, got a kind of got a bit of a stowaway with a wolf mink girl, and had some family drama happen, and they're on their way to the island of Arcania to meet one of the pirate warlords. Other stuff you can find me doing over on Pluto Cleric's channel. You can find me playing World of Darkness, where we're playing a Vampire the Masquerade, and also a werewolf game. You can also find me over at Magi RPG, where I play as Koskata, the Kunari in our Dragon Age game. I am everywhere doing a bunch of stuff. And if you like podcasts, you can also find me at Playback Static, where I play as Damien, a scared little trans boy that's terrified by everything that goes bump in the night.
Love it.
Love that.
Indeed.
Let's bump over to the opposite corner of the screen with Hector.
Hi, my name is Hector. I am at Keiichi Okami on the internet. I have my own Twitch channel, that House of Dreams, that I'm launching. You can also find me currently on Pantsless Tables every other Friday for Chaos Fridays. We're playing D&D 5th Edition Homebrew Dark Waters. You can also find me. What am I doing right now? I'm going to be at Big Bad Con at the end of the month, demoing my game Fair Season, which you can find on itch.io, Keiichi Okami itch.io. I have a couple of games on there, and I'm going to be finally demoing that game. I'm really excited. It's about
I
Middle
need to check it
Middle
out.
Ages reenactors going on a camping trip for a week and running into supernatural shenanigans. It's kind of like Ren Fair
Ooh.
meets Galaxy Quest, but fantasy.
Ooh, that sounds dope.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I, technically it's been published since 2021, but this is the first time I'm getting to play test it with people like in person at a con, and I'm very excited. Uh,
Fun.
Keep an eye out on House of Dreams. We're going to be putting out some series later in the year or later next year. Right now, we're working on a big project for Thirsty Sword Lesbians called the Rose Court Project. I have about 6 MCs, including myself, 6 different tables telling a massive story about a magical fencing dueling tournament inspired by the anime Revolutionary Girl Utena and by collegiate university dramas about secret societies, such as the Joshua Jackson early 2000s, The Skulls, and The Order from Netflix. So lots
Mm.
of secret society, college drama meets magical fencing, romance. It's a big project, and please keep an eye out on my social media and on the House of Dreams Twitch channel for when it drops. It's going to be a big charity. We're going to be raising money for PCRF and helping kids out, and also telling an amazing story. Uh, and yeah, those are my current projects right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and Hollows Vale, Beyond Hollows Vale, Delta Green campaign is going to be starting in Misadventures League next month, or at the end of October, and I will be playing in that Delta Green campaign. So if you want to see some scary cosmic horror goodness, that's going to be on Wednesday mornings, Pacific Standard Time, usually Wednesday about 10 a.m. But it's a European channel, so it'll be different if you're overseas.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Love
want to
that.
test that. I have been a player in Hector's games, and he's fascinating as a GM. So definitely check out what he's doing
Yeah.
there.
Amazing. Well, Tomas, let's go ahead and jump over to you.
Okay, as for me, I have been your EM entity master, Tomas Jimenez Rioja. You can find me on most social media and everywhere on the internet at T Jimenez RGM. I think it's spelled there on the Twitch. Yes, it. So you can grab it there. And I am making games. I am participating in actual plays, and I am doing all sorts of stuff. At the moment, I am working on a project that is called Magnolia, the City of Marvels, in which you take. It's a system agnostic setting in which you can play as part of this city in where art takes central place. You can be one of the multiple how it's called rebels that are trying to take the nobles away from getting all the power and controlling how the art needs to be expressed. as well as the nobles are trying to sort of maintain the status quo. Or whatever in between. It's made so that you can play horror, medieval fantasy. Monster of the Week is there's a stream going on right now as well, as and many others. This setting should be coming next year, date to be revealed soon, I suppose. And well, this game right here, Rush and Punch. I wanted to shout out Scott Bullock, which is the co-creator of the game, and he did a magnificent work with this monster that we created yesterday. And I just wanted to mention some other monsters that can be played as part of the setting, which are the beach sandworm, the bounty hunter dragon. Yes, there's a bounty hunter dragon in this setting.
Oh.
There's the enemy sloop, there's the giant crab, there are mermaids, there's a pirate gang, there are man-eating pelicans, there is a leviathan, a kraken, of course, the horde hunter per se, shark swarms, the white whale if you are into hunting Moby Dick. A maelstrom itself could be an entity in this game because you can fight scenes themselves using the sort of descriptions that you use for combat. So if you like all of that and creating immersive stories, just go and check out. By following me on social media, I am constantly putting out there how you can find these Rush and Punch things that you can try out in my Discord server.
Woohoo!
Amazing. Blood, where can folks find you?
Hi guys, Bloodless King. I am a PNG tuber here on Twitch where I do my own kind of stuff, mostly arts and stuff for Roll for Respawn, and also Roll for Respawn where I am the current DM for the Battalion Octet on the Wednesday night revival, as well as I'm in Thirsty Gay Thursday where we are romancing our way across the Sword Coast. Yes.
Amazing.
Um, as well as tech here and an occasional player on the Wonderarium, and hopefully we'll be getting back to Spawn Cap next week, not this week unfortunately, but next week Spawn Cap should be back up and going on Sunday.
Awesome. I have been Tony. You can find me mostly on Blue Sky and TikTok, but there's a little bit of Twitter in there still, as it's in its death throes, right?
Yeah.
Uh, all of those at Tony Will Edit. You can also find me here on Roll for Respawn. I am playing in that Wednesday campaign. I have I'm playing Jim, who's just a guy
Just a dude.
with a white privilege stone, but we're it's fine.
That fucking stone!
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. You'll have to watch the show to find out the backstory for that one. But anyway, I am always here on the One Shot Wonderarium, where we take on all sorts of different games, and we're unafraid to look like an idiot once in a while when we don't know the rules, because that's how you should play games. It's the most fun. So yeah. Outside of that, you'll see me sometimes on charity one shots or things outside of that. But you can always find me here on Roll for Respawn. With that, thank you so much to all the folks who are here to play and run the game for us. Thank you so much, and y'all be safe. It is a wild, wide Wonderarium out there. Make sure you take some friends, and we'll see you next time.